compliments my fly. And when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly. And when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? So we got a pretty interesting topic today. We got a lot of people coming in. We'll have some good people giving some great perspectives. But thank you guys. It's gonna be just me today and a panel. You know, my wife don't really do too well with the panel, so she kind of like she put me under the fire for a little bit. But no, man, it's all love, man. But appreciate everybody for being here. I'm putting in the link so you can call in right quick. Let me play the little call-in song right quick, and let's get it, man.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas just need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas just need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. While I take toast, relax and take notes. While I take.
All right, cool. So about to bring my brother on right now. Hey, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you still.
Hey, yo, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate it for stopping by, man. So what you think about this child support thing? It's gonna be interesting. What's up? What you think, man?
Man, I said let me hold whatever thoughts or whatever I got to we actually get going and you start getting into the videos.
Yeah, cool, man. So we should have some more people coming through, man. It's gonna be a little bit late, whatever, but you know what I mean, appreciate you being on time, man, and holding us down, man, for real though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Hey, Marion, I already said laugh out loud. It's gonna be crazy, man. How you doing, Terica? How you doing? What's going on? All right, so let me go ahead and get into these videos, man, so we can flush this out.
In November, I decided I no longer wanted.
Let me. I messed that up. Here we go.
And I gave up my kids. I was just tired. Okay, so in November, I decided I no longer wanted to be a responsible parent, and I gave up my kids. I was just tired of being responsible and caring for them. I felt like I was too young, and I wanted to go out there and experience life. And I started dating someone else, so it just didn't fit with my new lifestyle. And I didn't have anything to worry about because the other parent is a very responsible parent. But now I'm here because now I'm on child support, and to top it off, I'm really pissed off that I took care of them all the way up to November, and I couldn't claim them on my taxes because the other parent had already claimed them. That's exactly what my conversation was like right now with the client. What in the world is going on with this world? I couldn't believe my eyes. And you know, the craziest thing is that, unfortunately, men tend to do this a lot. They just tend to walk off and pretend that those kids never existed. They don't want to pay child support. And it's almost like it's okay, you know, if you're a guy and you do that. But the minute a girl does that, you know, oh my gosh, I'm sure you wanted to kill me for the first 30, 40 seconds of this video. And I just want to bring awareness to this. This is a horrible problem that I'm seeing more and more. How much child support. And one of the biggest things is that I see that a lot of men, they just can turn their backs on a whole responsibility that you created.
Yo. So what's your thoughts, man, on the first video? That's crazy already.
Just by looking at her with all the tattoos, I think she may have some extensions in there, just the makeup, the lip fillers. I'm just like, I knew this was going to be something toxic. But I'm not surprised, though. Look at the world we live in and how women are really dogging the good men out. And as we refer to them as the Pookies and Ray Rays, they're getting all the play. All of the women, well, not all, let me not be the all police. Most or the majority of women are dating most of the same men, and you got this good guy that's willing to do everything for you and give you the world right next to you, and you're ignoring them or putting them in the friend zone until you ran through.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it, he said he'd take care of the kids. You know what I mean? She just dropped them off, and he was like, all right, cool, I got you. You know what I mean? Type of deal. And the same thing that she get mad at men for doing, she's doing it. You know what I mean? But she didn't have hold herself accountable at all. She was just like, you know what I mean? It don't matter and stuff like that. That junk is crazy because now she's still trying to put the accountability on the men, but she was the one that was being like how she think the man was.
It's always our fault, right? It's never the woman's fault. Like, we're the gatekeepers to marriage because the majority, we got some, and women like to take the exception to the rule and run with it.
Yeah, yeah,
There's women that propose to men, but overall, we pick the wives.
yeah,
Women don't pick the husbands. They choose who they let in, though.
yeah,
We're not talking about grape, we're not talking about none of that. We're talking about consensual. All right, this is the man I'm gonna let in me just to turn around and bash him and say this and say that he wasn't nothing, he ain't shit, he ain't this, he ain't that. But you let him hit. Which one is it? So how does that make you look?
and then so he was good enough to take care of the kids. He was good enough to let you lay down with him. You know what I mean? He basically helped you out when you was down. So he was there for you. He's a loyal person. You know what I mean? So he's showing you all the qualities. He had to be somewhat attractive for you to even let him hit. So that's out of the question. So what else do you want? What more do you want? You want him to be a attractive thug or something? Like
Women, the standards nowadays that they have and what they look for as far as qualities is either extremely skewed or unrealistic. It's never not normal. Like, we think logically. Like, when I see you and your wife together, I look at y'all and say, this makes sense. They love each
yeah,
other, they have a family, and they get along.
yeah,
And
right.
y'all can joke and laugh. And even y'all are different when it comes to y'all reactions when y'all watch a video because y'all two different people watching a video. And then y'all male and female. So the perspective is going to be different. But your wife ain't stupid. She sees a lot of this and
Yeah,
she like, oh, hell no.
yeah, yeah.
This can't be a real thing.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Hey, what's going on, Chris? What's up, brother, man? We're gonna get back to these videos. But that first video was crazy, man. Hopefully they ain't got
Man.
too much crazy stuff. Let's see what's up.
At the end of the day, I come from a situation where my son's mom tried to take my son away from me. We've been to court 2-3 times, fought for full custody. Straight up.
Oh, before we go, you got any kids, bro?
No, sir. Trying to do it the right way.
Hey, respect, brother. That's how we gotta do it, man.
If
That's
you
what's
pick
up.
the wrong wife or the wrong woman to have a child with outside of marriage, you through.
Nah,
You
that's
through.
what's up. Yeah, respect.
Told me is not interested in giving me my son any time that is not court ordered. I have asked for my son 100 times under the sun in the past 2 years, and I've always been told no. But when it comes at her convenience, has dropped him off to me, to my mother, went behind my back. When she needed a night off, she needed this, she was going on vacation, she was going out of town. There was a point to where I had my son almost for a whole entire week, like 6 days. So people who don't know my custody situation, we have a 3-4 day split. I have my son 3 days a week, she has him 4 days a week. So all in all, in the difference of a month, it's like a 4-day difference, really, at the end of the day. In the state of Texas, child support for a man is 20% of your income. Do some math real quick, right? 30-day month, you usually work 5 days a week, 2 days off. So 5 times 4, 20 work days in a month. Divide that by 5 would be 4. Almost an entire work week cut from your paycheck sent for child support, regardless of your situation. Somebody who sees their kid once, twice a month, is 20% enough? Absolutely not. Is 20% okay for me, who basically has their kid almost an equal amount at the end of the day? He doesn't eat with me, he doesn't have clothes, diapers, food, we don't do things, that's insane. It's such a blanketed, and if you say, oh,
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So if she's only having an extra 4 days a month, I would say probably like 4.3 or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's 52 weeks in a year, so you can't. That's be 4 days if you divide by 4, right? But so it's like you know what I mean? Like so it'd be like 4.3 days. So you mean to tell me that you still have to pay 20% of the check? If I was in a situation like that, I would say, hey, I'm getting a 3 days a week, or him, you pay for it. I'll take care of when he's with me, or you know what I'm saying, you do it right there. Like You know what I'm saying? It's like you're doing 50-50 basically, and then say, hey, if you're struggling, I take up more days. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think about that?
Man, honestly, and I've actually had these conversations with women, and I mean, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. For
Yeah.
me, if a woman ever wants to go to the child support system and all of that, I'm gonna cut a check. I see my child when they turn 18. I'm not gonna be that guy in and out. You're not gonna be using me as a scapegoat and putting them against me. Tell them I didn't want them. I'll
Mhm.
explain to them when they turn 18, and hopefully they run across some material where they learn how women are. Or I can do a lot better and not pick a woman like that in the first place.
Yeah.
Because women will show you who they are eventually, even if you don't see it in the first 6 months or a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most people are not getting what they think they're getting.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah,
I
man.
think it's I think it's bold though, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, but then I look at homie and I'm like, when I talk to people, and this is no shade to people that are either Future or Russell Wilson. Those are the two perfect examples because them niggas is polar opposites.
Yeah.
I don't knock people that are like Russell Wilson. I just say be careful of the decisions that you make because I know how a lot of women operate.
Hmm.
Like, especially if a man like that can get a beautiful woman or whatever, you got to be careful. None of us, well, I can't speak for everybody, but most of the men like us don't want a woman for real, that we can't look at, that we know other men don't want. There's women out here, I know for a fact there are a lot of men that don't want them. I'm
Yeah.
just going to be honest. But we look at a lot of women and we know there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of women that don't want the guys either because most of the women are dating the same men anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's great. Get back to it. Let's see what he. So he say she tried to take the kid away from him too. So it's crazy.
Oh, child support's bad or it's wrong or it's not, a good solution, then, oh, you don't support your kids and, you're broke. If you're broke, say that. It's such a trash argument. It's a trash solution, really. There needs to be, the child support system needs to be reworked, redefined. There needs to be like multiple models, child support 1, child support 2, child support 3, for whatever your situation is.
Yeah. Man, because honestly, if you really think about it, right, when child support was created, women weren't working. You know what I'm saying? So it's more reasonable to say, hey, you know what I mean? So say if my wife or something like that wasn't working and you know what I mean, stuff didn't work out, that ain't gonna happen. But you know what I mean? Say if it did, what I'm gonna if she, you know what I mean, I'll make sure the kids take care of. I'm not just gonna let you out there, you know what I'm saying, and be out there in the open and then my kids
Right.
in a homeless shelter and I'm out here making all this money type of deal. So you know what I mean? So I get why they made the system right.
Right. And it's the women that are abusing the system, just
Yeah,
like you got Section 8.
facts.
That was not for women to get in line so they got $40, $80 minimum. That ain't
Mhm.
what that was for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Subsidized housing, all of these things. You know what I'm saying? People are just abusing the system and taking advantage of things, forgetting that when you put that energy out there, it's got to come back, and it may hit the kids, it may hit your spouse, it may hit a parent, a relative, somebody you care about. You put that kind of energy out here, you're asking for something bad to come back and happen.
yeah. And that's why a lot of people can't find a good man. They say, "Oh, it's no good man, it's no good man," but you got to make sure you sowing good seeds out there in the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't be out here doing you dirty, doing other brothers dirty, doing women dirty, and then think I'm just gonna get a good person, get a good woman around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I made sure every woman I was with, I made sure I was, you know what I mean, I was a good person. I was, you know what I mean, I treated them right and I didn't do them dirty. You know what I'm saying? I was up front, I told them the truth, I
Right.
told them everything, you know what I'm saying? So that bad karma wouldn't come on me. So
And look at the benefits of what you got. You got a gorgeous wife,
mhm.
you got a nice family, bro.
Yeah,
And
man.
you look happy. Do you know how many men are not happy?
Yeah.
Hey, prime example. You remember the guy that was on the little court show and he was like, "You don't look happy, brother. You don't
Oh
look happy."
yeah, yeah,
And a
yeah,
month later, he killed his wife. Ain't
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
stupid. We
Yeah,
know
yeah.
we can feel energy is a real thing, which is why a lot of women, the bigger problem is there's all this girl power and feminism stuff. They gotta hold other women accountable like we hold other men accountable. If I
Mhm.
was on Instagram cutting up, I'm talking about like just showing, I'm just running through women, just dumping them, just doing them ball there in the comments, like, man, I hate this nigga, all of that. Eventually, because technically you know me from a certain standpoint, even though I knew your wife first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You would eventually have to say something. You don't have to, but for the greater good of the earth and for the world, because fortunately I'm a nigga that can get a majority of women. I don't have issues with that.
Yeah,
You have to hold me accountable and say, hey, you tripping.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you gotta calm that down. And I used to drink and drive all kind of stuff all the time. Flying, doing
Ooh,
150, 160 in the car, on a
damn.
motorcycle doing 200 miles an hour. My homie that I'm real close to now, he just happened to find my page and see it. It's like, hey, you need to kind of calm that down. You gotta chill. You know, like it's a lot of us that care about you out here. We don't want to see nothing happen to you. You got a lot going on.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even knowing he was a state police officer.
Dang. So you trying
Thank
to look
God,
out.
thank God he's a homie now. But
Yeah,
this could
yeah,
be a guy that, because I used to post my locations, didn't care. Whatever state I'm in, I'm doing whatever. And man, and look, I'll give you a deeper one, Dan. Let you go ahead and continue. There was a woman, and thank God I'm real selective and I'm chill. Not saying I haven't hit women first day, whatever. I ain't got nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
There's a woman I met in Chicago. Cool, hung out with her. I let her stay over, but something just wasn't right about it. For whatever reason, you always get that intuition about a situation. You
Yeah,
don't know what it is, but you know it's something you got to kind of look out for. Not
yeah.
like she was setting me up, but there was just something about her I needed to know. We wake up in the morning, didn't do anything. I'm talking about kiss, nothing. I kind of rubbed on her back and stuff like that, but I was just like, I'm a chill. Went to sleep, wake up in the morning. She like, I got something to tell you. I'm like,
I'm pregnant.
what?
No.
No. Hey, that wouldn't trust me. That would have been the best thing compared to this. She was like, I'm HIV positive.
Ooh.
I'm like, hold on. Whoa, whoa. She was like, I'm glad you weren't forward and stuff like that, because I would have stopped you. You know what I'm saying? But
Yo,
how do
yeah.
I know if she would have stopped me? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Wait, it gets worse. She also has herpes stage 1 and 2. So she's got
God
genital and that.
damn.
You couldn't see it on this woman at all. But guess what? Uh, any other woman would have probably trapped me, or they'd have been bitter over the guy that gave it to him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now I'm living with that. Boy, I slow, because you're talking about I used to do 3 or 4 women in a day at one point. It was bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a whole different person now.
You had to go
Thank
to
God.
rehab. You had to go to rehab.
Hey, you want to know what's funny, bro? I really thought about that at one point.
Yeah,
Like, I really needed to check in. I had a few times over the years, like, man, but I'm good now, though. I
yeah,
don't engage in all of that no more. But at one point, I was just going to pay all my bills up for 2, 3 months, have it on auto pay, and just disappear from everything, man, for a while. I'm good now, though, but I've had that's some scary stuff. When you
yeah.
run into that, oh, man.
I'm glad you overcame, man. That shit
I
crazy.
appreciate it, brother.
Yeah,
Live and healthy.
yeah, man. Facts. Hey, what's up, Mr. He said? What's up? What's going on, brother? Hey, James. James in the back. You say your device is not connected. So try to connect your device. It's saying device not connected. So, but yeah, man, that's crazy. But sheesh.
Man, that's wild. That's some scary stuff, man. But this is why I tell the youth, I say don't play in the street like that. Don't just be out here like that, man, because it's not worth it. I see them bragging about their body count, and mine is in the triple digits. And it's pretty high, you know, and not in the low triples. And I've had to tell the youngins, like, they listen to me. They call me OG, so I'm like, hey, you know, what's your body count? I'm curious, man. Like he's like, oh, I'm at 15. He only like 18 years old. Another guy said 1.
Yeah.
And it's like they laughed at him and said, "Oh, you got a baby on the way too." I said, "No, congratulations on that." And I was like, "Keep it at one. There's nothing wrong with that."
Yeah, facts, man. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta tell you. But hey, Sharm, you ready, bro? You good?
Car, I'm on the move.
Okay, you good, brother? What's going on, man?
What's
Yeah.
up, y'all? How y'all doing?
My brother
What's up, brother?
Sharm right here, man. Hey, he said, "Slow down, Speedy."
Yo.
I'm chilling now, man. I'm saved and I'm blessed, man. A little different now.
Yo, man, shoot, Sharm can tell you about some stories back in the day, man. He know, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I was a saint back in the day. I ain't gonna tell y'all my.
Hey, you better not speak on it. You married, nigga. God with it.
Yo, man. Hey, man, let's get back to the video.
All that.
Ma'am, do you hear all of that? All of that costs money.
It sure does, and like he said, I've been throwing money their way.
Every now and then, it hasn't been consistent.
It's not very consistent.
And it clearly cannot be consistent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Does he have a job? Can you ask him that question?
Ma'am, you know what? He's taking care of the child.
Doing what though?
The child lives with him, correct?
Correct.
Right. So whether he works or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he is raising you all's child, and you're not doing anything consistently. So we're going to make that change.
According to him, though, right?
I want to see you do the same after I finish with these calculations. Though. Okay. So, who carries health insurance?
Obviously not him.
Do you carry it? Do you carry health insurance for the child?
Ask him.
Do you carry health insurance for
all the information?
Ma'am.
See, man, that's the first thing you don't want to do, and with a judge, that's crazy.
Well, see, that's the problem. I have a hard time communicating with her. Communication.
I'm having a hard time communicating with her, so I can't even imagine what you have to deal with and talking to her about the child.
And he just wants to know where his mother is and why she doesn't want to be part of our lives. And why she doesn't want to come around, why she wasn't involved in any of his after-school activities.
That is a legitimate concern. That is a
legitimate
concern.
Know where his mother is.
Hey, Jay, can you stop it right there?
Well, the health insurance, is...
Yeah, bro. What you got, man?
No, first of all, some of these judges be out of pocket, dog. Like, I get it, man. Like, there's a point to be proven. There's something to be said about the conduct of certain people and the way they do things personally.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are just wrong. We can argue all day about people can operate in their own lives in their own space the way they want to, but I mean sometimes shit is just wrong. But the judges be out here like critiquing people's lives, like it's cool, and I'm like, but
it's the judge wrong though.
I'll say this, right? In some cases, the judge is not wrong, but the delivery is rude. Yeah, they be rude as hell. And there's a way you can say things. There's a way you can talk to people. Granted, this judge deals with people all the time who come in with all kinds of attitudes and disrespect. Yeah. But I've seen cases where judges come in off rip being disrespectful or off rip being rude. And I'm not with that.
But look at how this woman is talking, though. Women like her, you got to give them that work. Yeah. Sometimes you can't talk to them logically. She's not trying to hear it.
You can't expect everybody to give you the same energy. And to be honest, if you come at somebody because their energy doesn't match the last person or it don't give you a warm and fuzzy, you know what I mean? That's not right.
But now
I might just be a nonchalant motherfucker.
But check this out, though. The reason why women like her exist and a lot of these kids are out of control is because it does go unchecked because we're too busy trying to be nice and trying to convey the message the right way instead of just letting them get the message in the first place. Sometimes you got to give it to them like that and be harsh. Now, I don't think she's overboard, but it's all about perspective. So I understand where you're coming from. But in this case, somebody like that needs to hear, because I'm pretty sure how this video is going and how the judge is. She's about to get humbled.
But no, I tell you what, even though the judge is giving it to her, by her behavior and by her body language and by the stuff she's saying, you think she's really going to be receptive? You think anything that judge is saying is going to stop her in the future from being that exact same way?
I get you, but this is part of the reason why I don't blame her for giving the same energy old girl is giving to everybody in the courtroom back to her. Because what she doesn't realize is she's not the one with the power in the courtroom, which is why she's there in the first place. And the man is real. He seems humble. He seems cool. And he has the kid already.
Yep. Hey, James, you ready, bro?
She the deadbeat.
Hey, facts. I can give it to you on that, dog. You know what? I'll take that L on that one.
It's not an L. It's all respective perspectives, brother.
We got a bad echo.
Yeah, I think brother man, the mic he got to put in some headphones probably.
Yeah, AJ, try to put some headphones in, bro.
I'm glad we talking about this though, but you see how we can have a conversation because you could have easily said, "Well, this nigga is simple ass nigga," and all this. This could have started a whole different thing, but we're able to talk as men and as grown men and talk in an understanding tone. Ain't nobody disrespecting nobody. Let this be a panel full of women though. I done seen it go crazy. Like, all right, whatever. You don't need to hear what I got. I said what I said and all this other stuff. That is not needed.
Yeah.
But I could tell we got a room full of men in the room, and that says a lot because I had a guy in the barbershop, the way he was conveying the message when he left, everybody was like, man, oh, here's something. Like he just coming off wrong, like because of how he was delivering the message, like what's wrong with dating a single mother and all this other stuff. Nigga, there ain't nothing wrong with it. If you want to do that, enjoy yourself. I don't have to. That's my choice. It was their choice to have kids early on and engage in sexual behavior at an early age.
Shirley, I'm a lady now. Hold on. She said, I'm a lady.
No, man, go ahead, though. I'll let y'all have it.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I had seen a comment, and I had thought about the same thing. He said, it looked like the shoe was on the other foot, right? So, you know how, normally it'd be the woman not working and staying with the child and doing all that stuff. Now, this guy, because, equality and all this BS that they be pushing, he at home and then now the baby only just got no health insurance. So how the hell what if something happened to the child or say that the child had an illness or something like that? Now you ain't got insurance on him. It's going to be hard for him to get approved for insurance or something like that, or the son, so or daughter, whatever they got. So it's gonna get crazy, man. Kind of how then she gonna get disrespectful with the judge. So the judge could have had some sympathy for her. You know what I mean? So I remember going to court and all that type of stuff. Like that stuff ain't no joke, man. So you don't want to be out here playing, and you're on national TV too. It's crazy.
Hey, what's crazy is that they pick the worst situations and the worst stories to put on national TV, but they know what they're doing. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it's for ratings. It's to get they show on the platform that they really want. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I agree. It's about the money.
Yeah, she finna get towed up. Why did? Let's see.
It's kind of hard right now.
So he doesn't have any health insurance coverage right now.
He has no health insurance.
So we're going to fix that right now. So according to your own testimony and your tax returns and your 1099s, it does equate to about $85,000 a year. So what we're going to do is order you to pay child support. Based on your gross, it comes out to $7,083.33.
She making all that money, ain't got no health insurance.
That's crazy.
God damn.
And right now the child isn't covered on any sort of health insurance coverage. So you're also going to be responsible for obtaining health insurance for the child. Okay. And I'm going to order you do that within 30 days. That's what you're going to have to do. I have your net resources at $5,138.10. So your child support obligation monthly and giving you credit. How many other children did you say?
I have 4.
4. Okay. So giving you credit for your other children, your child support obligation comes out to $698.78. And I'm also going to order you pay back support to this man.
Ooh.
He requested and his paperwork that you pay
Talk
back
that talk.
forward to him. It's known as retroactive child support. In Texas, it can go back the last 4 years. So, in calculating what your monthly child support obligation should be for the past 4 years, child support back pay is $33,541.41.
Hey, look, Jay. First
Oh
of
my
all,
God.
I just want to point out the fact. I want to point out the fact that the judge is cute. I mean, she a little cute. I ain't gonna lie. She got a nice little smile on her, huh?
Ah,
But that's wild, dog.
yeah.
33,000, bro. That's crazy.
And back, and the child is 4 too. So imagine that's crazy. So she got 4 years, and you see how he keep looking at her. He like, you should have stayed with me. He like,
Hey, but this is what happens when you're reckless and you're not doing what you need to be doing. I'm pretty sure he's not the reason she's there, which is why, you know, they're there in the first place. The child wants to know where his mom is at.
yeah,
She's basically ditching the kid. So, okay, the court system, which should be involved in stuff like this, like, all right, you don't want to be involved, cool. This is what you got to pay. This is what you got to get. You got to be responsible. You can't just be out here sleeping with whoever and being reckless.
yeah.
Okay, I don't care if you got other kids. Figure it out.
Exactly.
There's more. It's always going to be way more men getting stiffed in the child support court. But you got women like Mary J. Blige. You got Adele. You got a few people. I mean, Mary J. Blige is paying like $35,000-$40,000 a month.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question, because I was going to ask this: do y'all think if more women if this happened to more women, do you think they'll push to get the laws changed?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you think
because it's mainly, the court is always going to still be for women.
Yeah.
And especially like states like California, that's a woman's state. You do something out there, you hit. You got a problem, whether you innocent or not. They put a false rape charge on you or whatever, boy, you're going to be facing all that time, and you're going to come out of a lot of money to try to prove yourself innocent just to turn around and nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
There's another
It's
thing that you're
crazy.
missing also. Another thing that you're missing. You got to understand that child support is big business. It's over $1 billion. $1 billion industry that they want to charge. So, and then on top of that, child support is not even a real thing. A lot of people don't understand these things. But whenever you go and you get that birth certificate, you automatically make that child a ward of the state. As soon as you do that, it's a wrap. It don't matter who the parents are, because truthfully speaking, the parents ain't the parents.
Yeah.
That's a ward of the state. So when the state says you got to pay it, you better pay it. Because if you don't, and you don't know the law, you're not getting out of it.
Yeah.
You stuck. That's why, like you said, I'm not sure what the brother said. He said, don't be out here reckless. I told my nephew that before I left my home state. I said, right before I got married, I said, listen, you like having money, right? He said, yeah. I said, you get a girl pregnant, you could take that $125 and give 75% of it to her. It don't matter what I ain't got no money now. Nope. Because if the girl likes you and the mama press the charges, you're gonna pay no matter what. Say goodbye to it. You know what? He ain't got nobody pregnant yet.
Yeah.
And I told him that when he was like 10 years old.
That's good, man. And that's what we got to do, man. We got to start talking to these young boys a little bit earlier, man, trying to get them on track, especially with a lot of the mistakes we made. Man, that's something I have a passion doing. My wife got to calm me down sometimes. I tell y'all all my damn business. I'm going to give them damn, because I feel like I'm more willing to, the people I want to affect, because I'm like, yo, I went through this. I don't want you to go through it, because this is the situation I was in. So I'd rather you hear from me, somebody that went through it, so you don't. And my wife be like, hey, just don't say their names. And I'm like, I don't care about that shit. Like, I want to get this information out, because I want y'all to, you know what I mean? I want y'all to feel it. I want y'all to, you know, to be affected by it.
It's better to keep it 100 with them, because of course the thing is that it's going to be in their mind. Like, so what do you mean? They're going to be asking questions. They want to know the information. So it's better to just put it out there 100. Because if you don't, you just hurting them.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
But I mean,
Uh-huh.
like I myself, I don't go out there giving it out to every female that I see.
Facts.
I ask questions. Like I've had before I moved to the state that I'm in now, I had like 5 or 6 different females coming at me left and right talking about, um, if you give me $10 for a picture, or um, we could hook up, we could link up, and all this. And I'm like, so if I asked them, I got a girlfriend. You want me to cheat on my girl with you? You're like, no, it ain't gotta be like that. We could be friends. I'm like, but hold on, scratch that. If you was my girl and she was coming to me, would you let me lay down with her? No, you can't do that.
Exactly.
Then why you coming at me like this then?
Hey,
And I'll
dog.
make them think.
Yeah,
I'll make them think.
hey, that's smart, man. But everybody know black men don't cheat.
But I mean, they just gonna keep going. They don't care, because the thing about it is, for them, the majority of them are in survival mode. They're not out here actually rationally thinking,
Trying
with
to flourish.
or logically thinking. A lot of them don't have their dad in their life.
Yeah.
That's the big one right there.
Yeah.
And if they do have them in their life, they don't care nothing about them. They just want to do what they want to do. But those who actually have respect for their dad, they're not gonna step out. They're not.
Yeah.
I talked to one recently. She's in college right now, about 22 years old, and I asked her what her name was, asked her how old she was, and she was like, "You're older than me. You're way older than me. That would be disrespectful if I was to talk to you and have a relationship with you because of my dad. He wouldn't have it." I was like, I respect you for that, but at
Yeah.
the same
That's what's
time,
up.
I'm just gonna be your big brother and let you know what's going on out here.
Yeah. Hey, that's what's up, man. But shoot, man. Let's get up to this video right quick. Let's get back to finish this one out.
44 cents. And I'm going to have you repay that monthly at $1,000. So your total monthly.
So she had to pay the $33,000. She owes like $34,000 in back child support. So now she got to pay $1,000 on just that back child support alone. So that and she should pay that's like 3 years of her paying that to get caught back up. That's crazy.
So wait, she got to pay $1,600 a month?
Yep.
The obligation is $1,698.78.
Damn. And the crazy thing about it,
standing ovation for the judge for sure.
But
she can live in her car.
Damn.
She can live in her car for a year and pay it all off.
Hopefully she got no kids. Let's see if she got kids.
She got 4.
Oh shit.
For child support obligation. Any questions about that?
As long as he get a job and stop living off of me.
You know what, ma'am? He can't be living off of you if you haven't given him anything consistently.
That's according to him.
Okay, well, you haven't provided me with anything different. Okay, so exactly.
This is exactly how guys get done in the court. This is crazy. This is dirty. Oh,
hey, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Now let this. Oh, my bad. I was gonna say let this be reversed.
Yeah.
Oh man, they be hanging this man. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, not too much. As long as she doesn't want to be around and she's willing to financially help support him, then maybe I can go off and further my education and be a better father and mother.
Sounds good to me.
What? He said he
Hey, yo.
Clap again. Clap again. Thank you.
My man said father and he was slick with it too. He didn't hesitate. He knew what the fuck he was saying, dog.
I'm glad he did it, because women do it every single year on Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Exactly.
Father's Day, you only getting socks or maybe some tools anyway. You know what I'm saying? But they want to take that day too. Can't win for losing. No, she need to get that work. I like that. Hey, do you still feel the same way, brother, as you did earlier?
Now, hey, I did. I heard of there was a video one time that I watched, and it was a woman. It was a woman talking about how she doesn't like and she doesn't appreciate when people put her into a masculine or give her a masculine kind of congratulations, because that's not she doesn't feel that that's something that she should be expected to do. You know what I'm saying? So and I feel like she was right. And maybe I'm not explaining it the best, but basically she was saying like oh, this woman is like, as a woman she's out here doing things as a mother and as a mother and a father, right, or doing things that a man would do, and people are congratulating her for that. She like, but for why, when this isn't something that should be a social norm. This isn't something that should be socially accepted. Like, a woman should be able to live in her femininity, should be able to do the things that allow her to remain feminine, and then leave other things to a man. So I guess it kind of relates to the same kind of thing when you talk about Mother's Day and Father's Day, and you get a lot of women out there who accept Father's Day gifts, who say, oh, it's Father's Day, I should be getting something for this day because I've done this or I've done that or I've played or I've done I guess you can say carried the male role in my child's life. When in actuality, you shouldn't be. You should be looking to give that child a male figure, or to put something or someone positive in that child's life that can kind of attribute to that child's growth on the masculine side. Because you got feminine taken care of, but now you're trying to do too much by stepping into the man side of things, or the masculine side of things. I know there's a lot of talk about gender neutrality and all of that stuff, but I think she was spot on what she said. But I agree with you. I think in most cases out here, you get women who jump at the opportunity because, and granted, a lot of these women are doing things on their own, but in a lot of situations too, those same women put themselves in those positions. Yeah. Because a child should not, a child ain't gonna keep you a man. You might get a man, you might have him for a little bit, but a child should not, and I don't believe it should, but it won't keep a man in your life. You have to be a good person. You have to be a good partner. You have to be a whole bunch of things that you should be with or without the child. So a lot of people believe that when you come into a situation now where you have a child with another person, that person has to accept you. No, they don't. They have to be a good person. They got to be a good father. They got to be a good, good to that child, but they don't have any responsibility to you, not even as a person, as bad as that may sound. But it's a thought of entitlement, like, oh, we got a child together, that includes me. But there's a lot of relationships out there ending because that child didn't come with a man, or that child didn't come with a woman. You know what I mean? Like it's not, we're not about to be together just because we got a child together. So that's my little 2 cents, y'all.
Facts. I was gonna say too earlier when you was talking about the judge talking crazy to the court. I was gonna bring up that situation with Tyrese. Remember how that judge was talking to him? I was like, yo, he was like, but you gotta love your, and he like, I'm giving her all this money. What you talking about? No, you gotta give her more. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So yeah, man. But wait, what you about to say, Black? What's up, bro?
No, I was just about to say, this is what feminism has created, which is why we got so many broken homes and a lot of, I don't know who Mike that is. We got a lot of women that they don't get it. They don't understand it. Why a lot of men just check out. For men, peace is probably the most important thing. It's more important than money. It's more important than food. It's more important than a lot of things because, dog, when I'm not peaceful, I can't operate properly. I don't want to eat. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to deal with anything. I just kind of want to restore that first, then proceed with whatever life brings me. You know what I'm saying? But I was married before. I was married for 4 years. I would come home and just sit in the car for hours, bro. I didn't even want to go in the house. Some days I would recline and literally cut the auto shut off. I would burn a half a tank of gas with the heated seats on, with the heat blowing, all that. I'm talking about it could be -5 outside. Don't care. Don't. I'm just like, I'm not coming in here.
Damn.
And then it started to turn into days. I'll pack my duffel bag and be like, I'll see you in a few days. Where you going and where you... Man, and it all started because some women don't understand. I'm going to keep this short. Some women don't understand when they have good men. Like, there was one day, randomly, after we got into it, we had whatever. This is back during when I used to have shouting matches and shit. I don't even argue with women no more. I just ghost them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we got into it, whatever. She leave. She didn't come home the next day. Bet. After that, I said, no, you do whatever you want to do. And there was days where I'd be like, all right, nah, I don't come home for a day or two. Damn, where was you at? You didn't let me know you were safe. You didn't let me know where you was at because I was sick to my stomach. I thought something happened to her.
Yeah.
Didn't know. She wasn't answering the phone, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, all right. And then it was a day we got into it. Later on, she took her ring off. I said, you leave this house without that ring on, you never got to wear it again. And I stopped wearing mine. I got more attention wearing it, which is crazy. So I didn't care. I'm not looking for women, so it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But women be creating some situations and some scenarios that could just be avoided by proper communication.
Yeah.
But when women, they always talk about when women check out mentally. What about when real men check out mentally? When we're done, we're
that's a
done.
good point,
That's
King.
it.
That's a good point.
Hey, I would experience that same exact thing not too long ago, and for me, I basically what I did, I checked out. I said, okay, she want to be in charge. I let her be in charge. I stepped when I say I stepped all the way back, I sat down on the couch and didn't do nothing. I let the house go to disarray, bedroom disarray. Didn't care. And talking about sitting in the car, I sat in the car for 4 hours straight.
Damn.
In the dark. She didn't know that I was home. I sat right in the back. All she had to do is look out the window. Never looked out the window, not one time. Didn't even call me on the phone and say, hey, where you
How
at?
you doing? Are you okay? Dang.
I just checked out completely.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that when you step into a situation that you didn't create, meaning that they already got kids, and you stepped into that to help them out, and you put them in a better situation and they don't respect you for it, and they don't appreciate it, by that time, when you do check out, all you do is just biding your time until it's time to find your place, move out, call it a day.
Yeah. Damn.
I took everything I had and bounced. I said, you know what? I was gonna buy a vehicle for her. Had that going. Then she went and bought her own vehicle. I was like, okay. Then she came back and asked me, you gonna give me the vehicle that you said you was gonna give me? For what? Why? Not gonna do that. So basically, after that, I checked all the way out, waited my time. It came down to some crazy stuff at the end. I told you about that. I wouldn't be here because of that. That came up in court.
Damn.
I was like, oh, wow. Luckily, the kids were there. If they weren't there, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
But I mean,
glad you still here, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, man.
Me too.
Damn. But shit, what's up, hustler, man? You out there being quiet, man? What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. What's up, James?
Hey, man, doing good, bro. Nice to hear from you again, man.
Yeah, good to be back. It's been a while.
Hey, we're gonna crank this back up, man. This is gonna be a weekly thing, man. Just getting the brothers together and getting sisters together and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean. But
Of course. By the way, I appreciate you and your wife stopping by last night for my panel.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. We gotta show that love and support, man, to everybody. Right, let's finish this one out.
Of course.
All All right, bro.
So, if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you know what, ma'am, cut it.
1,600 a month. Damn.
I look at it like this. If I had kids, I would tell you straight up, if you're struggling and you need money from me to take care of the kids when they with you, you might as well send them this way because I'm okay. So if you're struggling financially trying to figure it out, send them to daddy. You know, I can make it happen over here with nothing from you.
Hey, so what y'all think about
I agree with that. I agree with that 100% because all this stuff about I can do it by myself. I can take care of my kid as a single mother. That ain't happening. I did a whole show about a month ago talking about the rise and fall of independent women, and this kind of falls into that. So you're struggling trying to take care of your kids and take care of the house. Just send him over there to the father, and that's if he's a responsible father. If he's a deadbeat, then it is what it is. You can do nothing about that. But if he's a good, responsible man, and you know he is, let the father pitch in or have him raise the kids himself. I prefer the co-parenting thing, but that's hard to negotiate by nowadays.
Yeah.
That's what my mother did.
Yeah.
My mother did that. She my siblings were acting out of pocket. Brother went to, run the streets with his friends.
Like, was it 13? How old was he? Like 13, 14?
No, he was like 11.
Damn. He's
12.
Damn.
Yeah. And so he decided he wanted to run the streets. Had a sister down the street who was like about maybe 9. They didn't want to listen. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. So my mother said, all right, shortly after before my 14th birthday, y'all going to live with y'all pop. That was it. One night, 24 hours later, we was in the next state over. Done.
The mom didn't come back?
No, my mother came back. She came back. But the discipline of my pop checked my brother and checked my sister. Because I found out just recently that all my brother's friends that he used to hang out, all of them ended up in jail.
Damn.
Guess where my brother's at?
Luckily ain't dead. Because most of the time, like a lot of guys I grew up with, most of them is dead or in jail. I wasn't hanging out with them because I played sports all through high school. So I went with that crowd. But I was cool with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go to the same school, we rock with each other, and we got respect, you know what I'm saying? And they at the games and all that type of stuff. So, you know what I mean? I was cool with them, but yeah, I wouldn't hang around. That junk was crazy.
Yeah. But then the thing about it is I give my pop props all day long because that got my brother out of multiple situations. Now he's in the military going on probably like 18 years now.
Nice.
Sister, master's degree, a teacher. Where she could have been one of those girls out in the street at the age of 12 or 13 years old, pregnant with a child. Could have been.
Starting it up.
But my pop, the way that he ran his household, he didn't play that.
Yeah.
He didn't play that.
Is she married? How old is she?
Now she is now she's 30 some odd years old. She has 3 children.
Okay. All right, cool. So
I'm proud. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the way it needs to be. And that's why I say good fathers are necessary. All this bullshit I hear about, husbands ain't necessary, husbands are not needed. No. You won't be saying that when your kids start acting funny and you can't discipline them because there's no masculine presence in the household to insert that discipline. Kind of like what you had to go through. Your father stepped in and he checked you and your sister. Your brother and sister. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it needs to be. So shout out to all of you and your family.
Yeah. Hey, I used to cuss like crazy. As soon as I got around my pop, I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to catch no beat down. I'm not trying to lose my front teeth. You don't play that. Time to stop.
I could have told you that. I mean, back in the day, we would use foul language, but only around each other. When our parents were in the room, time to cut it out. Hold your tongue.
Exactly.
Or get it stuck with a bar full of soap, a bar of soap or something. If they still do that today.
Man, but the crazy thing about this, right, is that a lot of the good people are not having the damn kids. It's the stupid motherfuckers having all the damn kids. So I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna replace? You know what I mean? How we gonna keep society going and getting better when the people that ain't supposed to having kids having all the damn kids? So I was like, God damn, I was talking with somebody, I was talking to my wife and a couple of my coworkers. I was like looking at people like they'd be great parents. I was like, hey, you have any kids? Like, no, I ain't got none. You know what I mean? Because they're responsible, but we need them to have the kids and have the families because that's the people we need to be looking up to rather than these Pookies and Ray Rays that these dumb niggas looking up to. So, yeah,
Exactly. And it's a crying shame that we want to shame men for being of a certain age and not having kids. That's not going to help the problem either. Because imagine if men start having kids just to avoid the shame and the stigma. That's not going to help the situation either, you know?
Yeah. Shit, let's get to this next one, bro. Let's get it.
Whatever the judgment is that the judge gives you, you are not allowed to ask the other parent for anything above that monetary amount. So if it's $25 or if it's $2,500, that parent does not have to provide anything other than what the court order says. So this means that the other parent is not financially obligated to give you any money for back to school shopping, holidays, birthdays, extracurricular activities, summer camp, nothing. They do not have to provide anything other than what that court order says. Now, this amount can fluctuate. You can go back and get an adjustment, but sometimes it goes in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the court will order that the parent pays a little bit less or more. That's up to you.
Yo, that's facts. So I remember
She's absolute. She's right.
Yeah. I was mad. I was mad. I remember like talking to people and they said they had babies by 2 different women and stuff like that. I don't condone all that, but you know, I mean, I was talking with the brother and they were saying like the one that put him on child support, he give her less than the one that don't. Like so he, you know what I mean, he give a lot more to the other kids. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that time that can screw you over. You know what I mean? Like I know some people they was giving more, and then when they went to the court to try to get give more money, whatever, they dropped it down to less. So now they just like, oh, I appreciate it for taking me to court. I ain't got to pay you more now. So this one's crazy.
Only way you can deduct that amount is if you keep receipts. You got to keep all your receipts of what you did prior to the whole child support thing. If you don't keep no receipts, they can't deduct anything off because they don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
Yeah. Hey, Black, you about to say something?
No, I'm listening to y'all.
Okay.
I know the next video about to be something crazy, and they about to send me on an hour run, and then I'm gonna be sitting there live unloading, and then I got an hour back. So this is gonna be the end of my night. So I'm gonna say something, but if my truck is loud when we done with the video, I'm just gonna let you know. All right.
All right. Cool. Okay, you're a truck driver. That's what's up, bro.
I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying, brother.
Oh, man. Hey, truckers make good money, man. I'll probably talk to you offline about that. I used to be doing some stuff with that, but yeah, man.
Yeah, I accepted an offer recently for $95,000. I feel like I'm getting played.
Yo, man. If people be sleeping on them truck drivers, they be bringing that bag home. Hey, Rose said judges don't care about the receipts. They consider that as a gift. It depends on the judge sometimes, because some will and some would say it's a gift, but you gotta like say it's for child support. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you this for child support and something like that, whatever. So I think it depends on the state too as well. So let me turn this down.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get to the next one.
My ex-husband just doesn't pay and gets away with it. That's not going to change. You're probably right. Now, I want you to think about this whole scenario slightly differently. Why do you need the support? Not ignore the child for just 1 second. I know that's this. Why do you need the support? Do you need the support? Is it hard to financially live? Okay. Now, this is without even thinking about the child. Now you have the child, it becomes more expensive, right? Well, what do you think he's going through? Granted, he doesn't have the child, but it's also hard for him to live, right? You know, with the way the bills are and the amount of money that people aren't making, how much expendable income does he actually have? How much income does he have that he's not using to pay a bill? It's probably not very high, right? Now, the reason why people get away with not paying their child support is that reason. That is the logical reason the court system will not chase him for it. If he can't pay his own bills, or he can only barely pay his bills, they won't go after him. for the same reason that you need money, because it's very, very financially hard to live in society, is the same reason they cannot take money from him. It's a double-edged sword, right? And the gross part is he probably cares about that child. People say deadbeats and things like that. Most fathers genuinely care about their child. But if the father doesn't survive, doesn't live, they can't care about their child. And if the father goes to jail for not paying the child support, then you have an absolute guarantee that there will be no child support. Because while the father's in jail, they're not earning money, so they're not paying child support. If the child support system takes away their license, now they can't get to work. Now they're not earning money. Now they can't pay child support. So this sounds really crazy, but by punishing the male for not paying child support, all you're doing is preventing them from paying child support. And the same reason that most parents need help in today's society, not just because they should help raise their child, but because today's society is so expensive that the help is required.
Yeah, that was one of the questions I had that I was gonna share. What you said? Let's see. I was said, should parents go to jail because of non-payment of child support? So I had a question. What do y'all think about that? It's kind of going in lines with the video.
I can answer this one quick. Oh no, go ahead, brother.
So. I don't think that you should go to jail, because technically speaking, when it comes down to it, you both laid down to it. Y'all should be adult enough to come to some agreement to how you want to take care of this child. When you give the money does not go. It's not like you go into court and they say, oh, well, you owe this person $1,600 in child support, and you go and pay this person directly. No, you pay the state, and then the state allocates portion of that to them, and they keep the other portion in the bank account, and they get the money. You're not pay. It don't go to the child. It's not support for the child at all. So at the end of the day, no, I don't think the parent should go to jail, because the thing about it is, if the parent goes to jail, who's gonna pay who?
And that's what always confused me, yo. But go ahead, Black. My bad. Go ahead. What you about to
I
say?
have a question of my own.
Hey, I'll let him get that question first.
Okay.
I mean, my question is, if you don't have money for child support, can they still lock you up for that?
Yeah, bro. It's people that get locked up because once they set that amount, and if you're not paying it, because they set it off your income, right? So say if you lose a job, what a lot of people don't do, as soon as they lose that job, they don't go to the court and say, hey, I lost my job. They just go hurry up and try to get another job and try to, start paying again. But say if you don't get a job in a certain amount of time, you can be owed back pay, and you can end up going to jail if it's not paid within a certain period of time. So soon as you lose that job, or soon something happened to you, you need to rush down to the court and tell them like, hey, I lost this job. So now they can stop all that, what they got going on. It's just some free game to kind of help people out, whatever, when they out there. But yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like it's both sided. You lay down, accept whatever consequences, fair or unfair. Because at the end of the day, if you broke, why are you having sex anyway? I always tell people that. I don't understand how, as a man, period, you can be sleeping with anybody other than your wife when you're broke. That is the last thing I'm thinking about doing it, and possibly bringing a child into the world. It doesn't make any sense. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to say you should or you shouldn't. I'm kind of neutral on that. Only because I saw a guy do 5 years, white guy in court, he did 5 years for a child he found out through, paternity test. The child was never his in the first place. So imagine fighting for your life in a pen and doing this on back child support in prison of a child that was not conceived by you in the first place.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane to me. I don't understand it. But then I'm looking at we're living in Satan's world. It's nothing but chaos and nothing but negativity around us at all times, and there's nothing but problems. Don't go creating problems.
Yeah, man. She said, hey, what's up, Denise? She said, jail is it the answer just IRS tax or traceable any traceable income? Yeah, man, just take it from there, because you're arresting them, you stopping them from being able to work. And if the person can't work, he can't eat. You know, so as soon as he get out of jail, he's not gonna be thinking about that child support. He's gonna be thinking about eating and making sure he got a place to stay. And then whoever other kids he got, if he have any other kids and stuff. So it's a dog eat dog world, man, that we live in. So
You gotta look at the bigger picture though. You gotta understand what the bigger picture is. It's not just that alone. It goes even further. You get locked up because you didn't pay your child support, right? Then when you get back out, you don't have no job. Now you go and try to apply for a job. Now you can't get a job because they see your record that you didn't pay your child support. They
Yep.
don't want nobody like that. So now you can't get no job. And it goes even further because then, depending on what your complexion looks like, that's another issue. So I mean, it's just a big snowball effect, and it's just mainly the, like they say, pipeline.
Yeah.
School
But
to
look at
jail.
it like this though. The child support and all of that is ran by one thing. They make more money off of you sitting in prison than being free. That's more
Oh yeah.
money taxpayers have to pay. So in a government sense, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was watching the video earlier when I was kind of trying to find like some videos. They was talking about how the welfare system is they trying to change the laws because they finding out that they spending more money on welfare than they getting back in child support. So they get back in they spend 3 million, I think it's 3 billion, it's some crazy amount of money, and I think they only get like $1 billion in child support. So they only get 33% of what they putting out for welfare, and they trying to recoup that more, so they trying to change some laws, so we kind of see how that works out, but it's crazy.
Did you hear about the chick? I think it was either on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Female said she was telling all the women, like, you doing it wrong. You're not supposed to have multiple children by the same guy. You're supposed to have one child by one guy and another guy and another guy. She said, I'm getting 500 some odd dollars from each one of these guys on child support.
Yep.
I was like, this girl getting $2,500, and it's not even including if she worked.
Yeah, you know she not. She,
But if she did, that's another
I remember
paycheck. So
that.
she making $3,000 a month.
Yeah, yeah, because you can live decently in the South with that.
Oh yeah.
Because rent, where I'm from, you can rent a spot out for $500-$600. Shit.
But
shoot, this is what Joseph said. He said, "This is why we got to teach our boys to avoid getting married or knocking up knocking up girls too young. Wait until you're 25 or 30." Yeah, man. So you should have some bearing about yourself, and you should be able to have some leadership qualities, and been through a little bit, so you can know how to teach a woman and be that good mate for her. So
I just think I want to chime in one more thing. I just think a lot of people should be married first. If that's what you're gonna do,
yeah,
start young. So I get it, yeah. If you're not gonna get married and all of that stuff and wait later and you want to pursue your career, do that. I don't think women should pursue careers and all of that, especially if you want a husband and you want all of that, because guys, it's shown by the numbers, we date younger. So when you're younger, you're able to get a better man than what you're expected to get when you get in your 30s and you're hitting the wall at a later age.
Yeah. And the real thing about it, like a lot of guys like that are marriage minded, a lot of them get out of the game young because they like, I'm tired of dealing with all these women. I'm tired of going to the club. I'm trying to settle down, trying to create my legacy. So they start thinking that at a younger age, because they like, man, I'm trying to get up out of there. And a lot of them get off the market fast. You know what I'm saying? You might have to catch him if his wife divorced him, but most of them get off the market quick.
See, the thing about it is that I say,
And you know
I tell my
what?
nephew to wait till 35. Wait till 35 before you get involved with somebody. I'm like, you got plenty of time. I said, get your stuff together first. Get your house, get yourself a couple cars, build your bank account up, and then start looking. Don't look now while you're young, because if you get wrapped up in a girl and you don't like her, or for whatever reason y'all break up, you have to pay that support.
Yeah,
Well, I got some pushback on that.
Go ahead, Austin.
Okay, my only pushback is that you don't want whether it's male or female, you don't want to wait too late. Now we understand women can't do that because by the time they're 35, they say we hit the wall and all that stuff. Which, by the way, I'm gonna do a show on that this coming Saturday morning. What does it mean to hit the wall? So you can tune into that show if you can. So, but as men, we don't want to wait too late either. Go, who want to be 35 years old still looking for a woman? I mean, most guys my age got kids either in high school or fresh out of high school. So you don't want to wait too late. You spent your 20s building yourself up, getting some income, being the best version of yourself. Now you're knocking on 40 and you still looking for somebody. Don't you think it's too late for that?
Yeah. And then you're gonna be
I mean, do you still think it's possible to find love at age?
My point is,
I mean, not only that,
my point is this.
all right, but
Is that
but let me say this real quick because people in our age range either got kids by other men or they've already been ran through. So we don't have a lot to choose from at 35, 40 years old, really. That is if you want dating within your own age range, and they want to shame us for that too. You're a 40-year-old man. Why would you go for a 20-something-year-old? Stay within your age range. And I say this over and over again: age does not equate to quality. Younger isn't better, older isn't better. I say do what's best for your damn self. But society got ways of shaming men because they want something young and tender instead of something that's old and used up. That's just my take. What was you saying? Go ahead.
I was waiting for a young man to wait till he's 35. See, a lot of the sisters, when they're around your same age, they want you to make a certain amount of money so that they can, have access to it. If you can't provide for your family at the age of 23, you'll be back in your parents' basement. I know that for a fact. Not saying from my experience, but I know others who have been in that situation. And this is at 20 some odd years old. But if you had waited until you got to 30, 35 years old, you don't have that because you're a little bit more seasoned. You know exactly where you're going. When you're in your 20s, a lot of times you don't know what you're doing unless you got a mentor that's teaching you.
Yeah. I think it's pros and cons with both. So I can agree with getting married at a young age. You don't kind of got the bearings. You don't know everything and stuff like that. And but also too, she's the woman that you're gonna get with is gonna have less trauma. Hopefully, she don't have no kids, stuff like that. So, but if you wait a little bit younger, older, whatever, the younger generation is probably going to be like a generation gap. You know what I'm saying? I was even watching how these kids dance now. They be doing all this stupid stuff. I was like what the hell? I was like, yo, what the hell? Y'all don't even must dance no more. Y'all just be doing all these moves and stuff like that. But it's what I mean. Yeah, man, but it can be some of that stuff. But and also too, you don't know if you can trust that woman if she's there for the money, is she there for your stability? You know what I mean? But if you build with somebody, hey, you know what I mean? It's sometimes like my wife, man, like I left my wallet or something like that when we first got together, and she had to pay for the meals and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But me being a mature person, you know what I mean, at an old age, that would never happen. That shit would never happen right now. You know what I mean, type of deal. But when I was younger, you know what I mean, forgetting stuff, I got this on my brain, I'm doing all this type of stuff. So, you know what I mean, but I can see both sides, and you know what I mean, I'm not gonna say which way is right or wrong or whatnot, but I get the point. But yeah, man, let's get back into these videos, man. Hopefully there's gonna be some crazy stuff.
Here in my hand is my child support check that I have been waiting on for 6 months.
Oh,
Had some issues with child support being paid by one of my kids' dads. He is a great dad. I have no complaints, just issues with child support. The state is really shitty. And anyways, we have to wait for him to get it garnished from his refund. And I have waited patiently. So let's open it and see how much it's for. You guys are never gonna believe this.
Oh, 10 grand?
Imagine what it'd be like to actually get child support on time instead of just once a year. I am so excited. I was hoping it was this much because I'm pretty sure it was, and that's what I got. So, can pay some bills.
Yo.
Okay, let me say this. That is crazy. Let me say this. First of all, if he's such a good father, why don't y'all just come to some agreement where he can be, have a joint custody kind of thing going on? Let him co-parent or whatever. If he's such a great dad, I guess he's a great father because he's paying child support all the time. And second of all, what person in a right man goes on social media and shows off their damn check to the whole social media world? Seriously, what the hell? Now she get her ass robbed or something. I wouldn't feel sorry for her not one bit. Believe me, I wouldn't.
But this is what happens when you deal with low hanging fruit and women that are for the streets. Why is anybody surprised at this? When I saw that, I'm like, you know what? Good. Some of these niggas deserve it. It's sad to say that, but you get what you get when you go and pick the type of people that people are dating. I just look back and be like, oh, hell no. Like the stuff I'm seeing, just looking at this woman, the pale face and all, I'm just like, you know what? I would never, and for the life of me, I don't knock interracial couples. But for me, if it ain't black, I'm good. That's just me. There are some beautiful women in all shades. If it is not black, I'm straight. This is $10,000 at one time is crazy. I don't care what nobody say. 10 grand, not 1,000, not a few thousand. I'll probably be hurt by a few thousand. If I check my account and $10,000 is gone,
yeah,
I'm gonna set you up.
Yo, and the crazy thing about it, that's only half the year. That's 6 months. So she gonna get $20,000 of his check of the year. The average, if she was a black man, we make 42,000. Average white man make 50,000. So he only probably bringing in another 20 after taxes. So so that's crazy. To see that. And the crazy thing about it too, and this is another thing, right? So she said she got to pay bills now. So she probably could have got a car repo. She probably could have had a whole bunch of different stuff because she was waiting on that money. But they had, since they wanted to go through the court system rather than just, them having a conversation together. Now she had to wait all these months because he's an active father. She said it. They could, like Hustle said, they could have been worked something out, but he couldn't just give her money because they could have taken 10 grand of his damn check.
But check this, Brody. You want to know what's real sad about this whole thing? I don't think the majority of women like her get it.
Yeah.
She would get way more over the year. Just knowing how I am making a minimum, I'm gonna just say we're gonna say 6,000 to 12,000. We're gonna say that. It's probably more than that, but whatever. I'm willing to spend most of that for my girl and my kid, or even if it's my baby mama, like, nah, make sure y'all good over there. Right. Now, my rule, if this situation ever happens, which I'm not gonna put nothing past nobody, anything can happen. If you get a new man, that's when you get nothing, and I'm all about my child. But I'm never gonna leave you hanging. Now, I'm gonna bring another scenario. If I'm still sleeping with my baby mom, because most niggas is, we both may be for the streets at that time. I'm just giving scenarios. I'm not going to stop. She get a new nigga, you better know what's going on. That's going to be on him. And yeah, hey, there may be days I may go over there to chill with my family, and she may bring the child over, and he may go to sleep in his room, and she may decide she don't want to go home. And she may say she was at her mother's house. If you don't know where her mom's house is, you out of luck. That's why I don't believe niggas should be dating single mothers, but that's on you. If you have kids, it makes sense for you to date another woman that has kids. But to be dating people that don't have children, that don't understand how to deal with kids and how to be patient and how to discipline them without beating on them,
yeah,
it's a dangerous situation. My boy just had his little cousins about 9 years ago. She cut the kids up and put them in a deep freezer.
Dang.
How many kids was it?
2. She had 3. The oldest was still alive, but the two youngest, she killed them.
Dang.
Half crazy. But that's not even the worst part. I'm just looking at it the fact that looking at this woman psychologically and mentally, she's not there. She's off.
Yeah.
Anyway, masculine, all kind of bad red flags. And there is some nigga that's so down bad, he had to go in it raw. Is crazy. I'm just like, you know what? The respect of a lot of these niggas, I lost it. I lost it. I don't respect half the people out here. I don't. Just, you can look at the comment sections. If you post this video, or let's say Spiritual, the gay dude that runs that page, let's say he posts this, all the women are go under there clapping for, saying good, but let Mary J. Blige get hit with more child support and all of that. They calling him a bum, a deadbeat, and all this other stuff. But when she was traveling, he was taking care of the kids. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But this is why you should date people on your level. You know what? Broke people should continue sleeping with broke people. Just stay away from me with it.
Hey, what's up, D? What's up, man? Appreciate for being here, brother. I got you. You good?
All right, yeah, brother. I'm good, man.
Yeah, man. Good, I appreciate it. But yeah, man. But I was gonna say too with Corey Hardrick, they was calling him. They was saying that he was a deadbeat. And this man was a millionaire. So, and because Tia made like an extra $1 million more than him, he was a deadbeat. And I was like, yo, y'all, they out here wilding. So it's a lot of craziness going on in this internet world. So that's why I kind of
if we be thoroughly honest with each other, and this is why it's so important. This is why I say, men, we need to unify in such a way that we see past all the bullshit. And when I say the bullshit, I'm talking about this instant gratification that people are supplementing themselves with these comments and with these posts. You know what I mean? How you call a man who was married, been in his relationship, no outside activities, they go their separate ways. Now he a deadbeat?
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. We see this shit happen with sports all the time. LeBron James is sorry, and then every last one, I was like, well, you know what? I can make an open court situation happen for you, my boy. Show me how sorry that 6'8" bad boy really is. You know what I mean? This is the mentality. And I was telling my boy this. I said, man, I asked a question to my homegirls earlier today, and I asked, when does an ideal supersedes or trump a fact or the results? Can you name a time?
Only when in delusion.
That's exactly what that is. That is delusion. And it's supported at immense amounts that we could never even imagine. If you would have set us all down in a room in 1998 and said, bro, they gonna support all the craziness that you'll never think of. We're like, man, shut up. They ain't gonna never hear that. And shortly after, we saw it fold right there in front of us and develop to this height that where the people who make common sense are frowned upon. You know, the people who are thoroughly honest are disagreed with disdain. And yet it's best to be a single mother and play in the struggle game versus being a content woman in a relationship with a man that loves and respects you, or being a man that loves and respects your woman and being called a simp. You know what I mean? Like, like people going down on Russell Wilson, and I'm looking at Russ. I'm like, yeah, but bro, let's be honest. This man got kids with this woman. This man built business, built family. That's not a simp situation.
Now wait, let me get on you. Hold on, because you was doing great. Now hold up.
So that's not a simp situation though, bro.
Now hold on. This is the problem. In her prime, and where he was during her prime, she wouldn't look that nigga way. Have you seen the photos?
I mean, yeah.
that nigga was a straight up emo kid. Ain't nobody looking at that man. And then hold on, I'm gonna be even pettier. If he could get Sierra in the first place, who was he married to?
Yeah, he was
a white girl. He was a white girl.
I wonder why. Because black women didn't want him. They mainly never want you until you make it or you hit the finish line. But the requirements for white men be low as hell. And not saying white men. I got a lot of good friends that are real cool. You know what I'm saying? So they understand where I'm coming from. But I'm making a point. That nigga didn't have a chance in there. And then it's the fact that you couldn't wait for Future to screw up to get your so-called dream woman. I get any nigga that is waiting on a man to get out of a relationship, which they were engaged at one point, sucker. I don't care what nobody say. That means you wanted a woman that belonged to somebody else already. What nigga with a low, down bad mindset like that even thinks like that? You're a millionaire. You can get any woman you want.
He wasn't thinking in abundance.
He right. He had a scarcity mindset, not an abundance mindset. Any nigga like that is a sucker. I don't care what nobody say.
But you gotta think about this too, though.
Hold on. Unless you are a virgin waiting for marriage and you are just so blue pill as crazy, they're not simps. Those are just what I call good guys wanting a good woman. But the sad part about them is they don't know the damn difference between a woman that's gonna eat them and a woman that's gonna love them for who they should love them as. And that is technically the right man women should get. Dog, they don't want them niggas. Let's get this straight. The majority, I'm not saying everybody, the majority of those women do not want Russell Wilson type niggas, and niggas like him get on my nerves. The Broncos don't even like this nigga. He got his own office. He has his own parking lot at the Denver Stadium, and you got your own office. People can't even come directly and talk to you. They got to talk to your manager or talk to your wife before they can talk to you. Nigga, who are you? And this is exactly why that nigga's losing now.
But you got to think about it too. He, a lot of people in that celebrity world, because these athletes are now like celebrities now. So they only deal with other celebrity people, just like how Neil Long getting passed around. A lot of these women get passed around by other different celebrities. So they don't, they try to date outside of that celebrity thing, whatever. But a lot of them are just there for the money type of deal. So, but they it's more.
I got you.
Celebrities, but I think the celebrities, they still there for the money too. But they just think it's a little bit easier to deal with them.
But now check this out. We only speaking for the men, right?
Yeah.
So perfect example, because I got a bunch of them, but I'm gonna use him. Lil Romeo. Yeah. He ended up getting a woman, I think when they got, because I went and looked her up, 1,500 followers, regular page, locked, modest, the way she dressed. He started the family and picked the right woman.
Yeah.
And they're still married. Angela Simmons found him and cried and was like, I can't believe you, but you dated a drug dealer, you did this, you got you a future. And now when you ran through and you're older, you did the best you can get and you got your Gotti. You got used up, you got cheated on, and now she's single again. Crying, trying to get him back. Oh, it's funny how the roles reverse. That little big head nigga always had money. So he's always going to be able to get women, but he's a sucker too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, I got so many perspectives on this, but I just want to shout out. Look, I'm going to give you a shout out. You chose a great woman, bro. That's the woman you pick. You're not, and look, I'm not even going to speak and say what I was just about to say. We don't speak that in a good marriage. But a lot of guys get a woman like what you have, they screw up and then start doing little nigga shit, start doing fuck shit. And then they wonder why they getting played because you turning her bitter. Women like that don't get bitter overnight. Yeah. You literally have to just keep eating at them, or you gotta have sex with their best friend or their sister, something crazy.
Yeah.
And you ruin them. A lot of niggas be thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and that grass on the other side look nice, but it's turf. It ain't even real. A lot of these women can't even go outside, and we're talking about the majority, not the all police. They can't even go outside without the weaves, the extensions, the makeup, the lashes, lip filler, lipstick, mascara. I mean, hair hats. I mean, lipo, BBL. I mean, that's at least 10 things I'm thinking about. But let all of these men, let the majority of us start wearing fake beards and start wearing the little toupees with and the fades be perfect 100% of the time we come outside. All women be up in arms.
Yeah,
it be an issue.
Man, but that's why we telling the guys, man. I be like, yo, if you see you a good woman, man, and you ain't trying to settle down, you ain't trying to be with her, be upfront with her and tell her, like, hey,
there
babe,
we go.
I'm gonna break your heart. You know what I'm saying? You don't need me right now. Go find somebody that's willing for marriage. Because honestly, man, it's coochie out here for everybody. It's so much out here. You ain't gotta like do her dirty. Go let her be with a man that loves and appreciate her because you wasn't ready. You don't screw her over because you and now she can't go out there and find a husband because she tied down to you and all that type of stuff. So this is what I understand that women got to close their legs, but this is sometimes what the man has to do because you should know what you're not in that situation to give her what she wants. Right.
Let me catch something you said though. You said there's coochie out here for everybody. No, it ain't. Most of these niggas in the numbers is going up. They're virgins until 30 or more. It ain't coochie for everybody. Guess what?
Facts.
I guarantee you from what I'm hearing, it's coochie for everybody in this room, except you. You married. You know what I'm saying? But it's more for me. That's the way I'm looking at it. Like I get asked on dates all week, all month. The voicemails is crazy. The messages I get. And I've done the experiment. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna let y'all move on. I've done experiments for the fan base that I got, where there's always that guy at the office that can do certain things and flirt certain ways, and every woman going straight to HR. Then there's a nigga like me. If I even think about doing it, oh yeah, sure, we going out this weekend? What's up? Shit, pull up on me. Or matter of fact, like my homeboy, I mean, his close friends. Oh, the screenshots he got is crazy. He taking niggas' baby mamas and wives out back during work on break. They in the boiler room getting slobbed up. It's crazy. These niggas' women's are out of control, bro. And it's wild out here, man. And niggas be ready to off their head, blow their head off, take pills, hang themselves because that girl scoring somebody else. If that's not your wife, she does not belong to you. Now, fiancés to me, are off limits too. Other than that, if it's a situationship, you single and married, brother. They don't belong to you either. Niggas' baby mamas don't belong to these niggas either. They belong to all of us. So when you catch another nigga hitting them, don't be upset. How about you just have an abundance mindset and say, okay, I'm lit.
Walk
Do
away.
you? Yep.
Walk away.
Or matter of fact, no.
Away.
Don't walk away. Keep hitting it. Keep getting what you can get. I know he looking at me like this nigga crazy. Keep getting what you can get because that's your child's mother. Y'all gonna be together. Y'all got an attachment for life. Y'all made this kid. She ain't going nowhere.
Another one.
Unless you just was one of those niggas that just happened to slide in and hit and she never liked you anyway. If you that it guy, is over. She is never going to get over you. And the minute you pop up with a new woman, oh my God, you're going to deal with what my man did at Chuck E. Cheese with the girl trying to get him locked up. And he was already there. They was there 2 hours. He just wanted to see his daughter he ain't seen in 6 years. But all these blogs are taking that video and spinning it, saying, oh, he was beating on her and oh, he was doing it. We don't know that. You know how many niggas are in prison or in jail over a woman lying? Emmett Till got killed over that. And everybody act like they forgot about that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm just, let me stop, dog, because I mess around and start. I can rant for the next hour, bro.
You said some real shit. And the thing about it is what James said was very much real. It's like, just go ahead and let it be known because the fact of the matter is there are women out there like, oh yeah, you gonna be like that? Okay, cool. And it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right.
Ain't gonna go nowhere. Me
They gonna
personally, I
stay
just
anyway.
I just couldn't do it. I can't do two in a serious situation. It just that idea. Listen, for those that do, man, God bless you. Me, nah, I'm cool. I got my one. We good. I couldn't deal with the extra attention that I would have to try to divvy up or try to find the energy to
Right.
give out.
Yeah.
I'm
It's too much
cool on
work.
one. Yeah,
It's too
it
much
is
work.
because you got to be psychologically in tune. You
You
got
gotta
to
keep
be
your story
spiritually in
straight.
tune and so right. It's too much. No, I'm talking about just in a. I'm talking about in a situation where it's like Polly. I
Yeah.
It's
just
too much
couldn't.
work.
I gotta
It's
remember
too
their
much,
birthdays, holidays, special events that happen.
man. Listen, God bless y'all, brother. I appreciate y'all, man.
Right.
Y'all hold it down,
You're gonna be drained
Yeah.
bruh.
physically.
It,
Physically drained.
that might be the easy part.
That ain't the easy part.
It's the mental exhaustion
Yeah.
that beats you down more than anything.
Shoot.
When
Fact.
your brain tired, man, look.
You ain't can't sleep. Shit.
He on to something.
Yeah.
40 miles. 40 miles every time.
Listen,
That's
man.
40
They
miles
move a
every
little
single
bit.
time. Every single time you let one go, you run a marathon. Just think about it. That's 2 marathons. And don't let them ask for it back to back. That's 4. Think about it. You better have your concoction next to the bed, special concoction ready to go. If you
You mean
don't,
IV?
man. And
Intravenous at that point. Hit
and
the button.
the thing
Hit the
about it
button.
is that they're receivers. We're givers. And so if
Hmm.
we the giver, you gonna be drained.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Who's we?
I'm just talking about
So
men in
yeah.
general.
Oh no, I was gonna
I
say,
mean,
man, it's women cutting that check. I just got flued out, so I don't know. You
oh
know what
no,
I'm saying?
we're not
No,
talking about
we ain't
money.
talking money.
We ain't talking about money.
No, I'm talking about givers, period.
I,
They paying bills, they
shoot,
doing everything.
I'm
Man,
talking
you got
about
food out, bro?
Yeah.
man,
Whole trip paid for it. Flight too. Y'all
man.
tripping?
You
I
at the
don't know.
airport looking like a bad bitch?
It's a luxury. I'm telling you, with the look with the Louis bag around my shoulder. I'm telling you,
Man,
I love it. Look, treated to dinner, everything, man. And look, I went to the Cheesecake Factory too. She
Hey,
paid
man.
that bill.
Hey, look, you ain't had no problem with it, did you?
nope.
Oh man, I had an amazing time, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta,
you better open
you
that
gotta,
door.
you gotta. So look at it like this. You have to love Black women the way you want to be loved, but love the right ones. Because there are women that's going to let you do all of that, you out of here. Or there are women
Mm-hmm.
that'll bait you into that, do everything for
Mm-hmm.
you, and once you hook, boom, you're going to find out who you got. So you have to know who's genuine and who's not. Niggas that don't have an abundance mindset, I tell them good luck. Because I don't know what's going to happen to you out here, but there's a woman waiting on you to slip. And oh man, do not slip and mess around and get, because I done got grabbed a few times. You know you about to pull out. Nope. Legs wrap around your back, all kind of stuff. Oh man. I done. Or they try to get you for the abortion money. I mean, I don't know how many stories I gotta give. It's a
Mm.
lot.
Let me play
But
this
it's
video before I start talking.
right.
Child support's not always fair. I just had a case where mom had taken dad to court. She was making about $10 an hour, working 25 hours a week, menial job. Dad was working for a big corporation, putting in between 40 and 45 hours a week, making some overtime. Court hit him with $800 a month in child support. No big deal. So he goes out, he gets a second job. So he's working part-time, a second job, making $15 an hour, working about 20 to 25 hours a week to offset the decrease in his income from having to pay child support. Well, guess what? They take him back to court a year later and they say, hey, we're going to hit you with another $500 a month in child support because of this second job. Now, mom's still working 20 to 25 hours a week, making $10 an hour. Dad's now working between 70 and 75 a week, making overtime with his second job. And now his child support goes up another $500. Doesn't seem fair, does it?
Damn.
He should have started a business.
They ran it through an escort.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All
Boom.
day
Somebody
long.
knows something. All right,
Already.
youngin. He knows something.
Already. Start
Yeah.
a business, it would have offsetted it and everything. He'd have been straight.
Just
And
like
then too,
women play the system, men can play the system too. And I know a lot of
well,
guys, my homeboy started getting paid under the table. He only had to pay 50 a month. Now you got two kids trying to live off 50 a month, and now you got to go to work because they can't prove where this nigga money coming from. Oh well, boom.
yeah, the thing is, you definitely gonna have to offset that situation, and also too understand men and women that court system is a business. And one thing my mentor told me long time ago about business, he said, D, the only objective when you are in business, whether it's good business, bad business, or in between business, is to stay in business. When you go and they taking that payment from you, the man, from you, the woman, they ain't thinking about your child. You gotta understand they ain't just getting your payment, they getting his payment, her payment, next person payment, and so forth and so on before they disperse.
Yeah.
Do they ever think about the child?
No. And that's something that they don't understand. They ain't thinking about them. Oh, you went in there, yeah, you filled out the paperwork, you filed and all that, but they ain't thinking about you. They're
Yeah.
not. It's a business. It's not to be your friend. I'm gonna say friendly things, but you're absolutely just another number, like the person that you're reporting.
Yep. And that's why everything I do at my job or anything, right? I look at it as if some new policies are coming out, I look at how it benefits them because a lot of people look at how it's going to benefit them, right? But I look at it how it's benefiting the company because in order for you to change this, it had to be a way that it's saving you money some way or some that you can get a benefit out of. They're just not going to change policy and they're not going to benefit from it. So they want
Right.
to put something in place so they can make sure they benefit from it. So it's that's what we got to look at for in the society. We got to see how they screwing us over, how they splitting the families up. All right, cool. Y'all need to make sure y'all co-parenting because if y'all get a good situation going, you might not need all that stuff that you think you need. Y'all can be like, no, we don't need this. We need this. This is exactly what we need. We're gonna. All right, cool. These days you need him. You need a babysitter. So instead of you paying for a daycare, I work from home. I can take care of the child this day. Blah blah blah. And then boom, you get a at home job. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can work that stuff
Right.
out, but a lot of people they don't want to be on that same accord. They don't want to, you know what I mean? Because they can't work the relationship out, so they're just gonna make it hell on each other. So it's
See,
gonna
Hey,
shoot
let me
themselves in the foot.
when you said
hey, let me
about the
share something with y'all real quick. So this my first day over here. First day. Started over here, just took another contract. They're like, ooh, where you come from? See, here we go. Now, if I was a stupid nigga, I'll be taking a number, whatever, and the next thing you know, I may have a baby on the way in 9 months. I don't have time for that. I don't. And they don't look bad. There's two of them in there. They're not bad. But just the way they came off, they giving it away.
Of
I'm
course.
not a piece of meat. You
Yeah,
know
you
what I'm
fresh meat.
saying?
You
Like,
fresh meat. You're a freshman in high school
that's
right now.
yeah, she was like, she hit me with the, ooh, how long you been working here? I ain't even say nothing. I just walked to the other window. I'm like, oh, which one I'm keeping? They're like, you get this and this. Let me shut up. I'm gonna let y'all talk. Go ahead.
see
Man, I know you got
the
that
thing
number. You
about
know that
what you were
us,
saying
bro.
about the companies, how they do things to benefit themselves. I used to work for a company where the federal government would send them millions or billions of dollars, and it was supposed to go for either like COVID or for hiring new employees, bonuses for working through COVID. They would keep that stuff in an account for over a year, accrue interest on top of it, right? And then when it was time to go to negotiations between the union and the company knows the union is not strong enough. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna dick around until they have to give the money up. And so what they did was oh well, we're gonna give you everybody's supposed to get $3,000. Well, we're not going to give you $3,000 up front. We're going to tack it onto your paycheck. So then you get hit by the federal government, not
The
once,
tax.
but twice. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like with the whole COVID thing that they did, they gave everyone $1,000 to uh, get the shot. And someone asked me, you going to go for it? I said, for what? I already make $1,000. Why go? Why sign up for something and I'm already getting that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't realize that out of that $1,000, they only got $660 out of that. You're not getting 1,000. So
Hey,
why
the
jump for
free
something?
cheeseburgers, French fries, weed. They was offering everything, conjugal visits. A lot of people didn't see that as a red flag. It's the craziest thing to me. I didn't get it.
But
I didn't
see,
get either. I thought that joke was weird, man. Because it
but
was
that's
like
how the
how they
country
was
works.
pushing it out. Like I was like, why y'all like so forceful with this? Y'all was never forceful with anything else. But all of a sudden, y'all want to just go crazy and you know what I mean with this alone. And I was just like, yo, like I was seeing people get it. Like I seen some of my family members get it,
Mm-hmm.
and if they didn't pass from it, I said, I know damn well I'm not gonna pass from it because all the illnesses they got. I'm like, yo, like the person that's supposed to be gone got it, but he didn't. He was good, so I was like, oh hell no, this shit's weak. So I was good on that.
You
But
know the
they
thing with a lot of this stuff is why you can dangle the carrot in front of so many and they'll be overjoyed and they don't even have to get the carrot. It's just
oh yeah.
dangling in front of them. Bro, there's so much miseducation that's out here. And people won't take the extra 10 seconds to get the education of a situation. You know what I mean? Just like, oh yeah, this money here, yeah, I got this here and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, like you said, bro, you got taxed on it. You didn't even get what you was supposed to get per agreement,
Right.
and you are satisfied. Like, no, no, that ain't sufficient. That ain't good enough. You know what I mean? And it's so, like I said, it's so much of that that goes on. Once you can satisfy the masses on the emotional level with minimum, bro, we are in such strengths. It's it's
It's,
ridiculous, bro.
it's
It's
like the like
ridiculous.
like it's like what the guy said when he walked into the office. The first thing the girl said was, "Ooh, who are you?" Right there, that if he was somebody else, he'd have jumped at that carrot,
Yeah.
Right,
and she probably ain't even got to give the phone number. But
Mm-hmm.
because he
right.
walked the opposite direction, now she want to run out the building after him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was
I
on.
use I use the story of the Toyota and the Lamborghini all the time. Toyotas are accessible. Anybody, everybody can get them. Rich man, poor man, middle class man, everybody can get that. But the Lamborghini, nah, everybody ain't accessible to them.
Facts.
There's some rich people that can't get in certain ones because they only made so many.
Yep. Facts.
So
Fighting to get it.
that's that's the value in it right there.
Yeah.
One thing I heard, bro, is something that stuck with me. I heard this in '07 when I was living in Atlanta. Pastor said he was talking to the kids. He said, "Kids, I want you to understand this. When you are a virgin, you can easily be like everybody else, but everybody else can't be like you."
Mm,
And I was like, "That's a bar.
mm.
That's a bar," because it didn't just pertain to you being content with being, saved in that manner. But if you go out here and truly just be who you are, you can blend with everybody else, but everybody else can't blend with you because you have something about yourself that you can walk away with, and they can't, and then the whole room go dark. You know, it's like putting LeBron in Cleveland again, and then taking them away.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
When they there, they competitors. When he gone, well, they the JVB team. you know, it's,
Fact.
it's it's one of them things, and that's what happens, man. When you got so many people who are they're not themselves. They're not. And this is how we have so many situations. One of the things I was, reading on was this child support situation. I ended up going down a rabbit hole just based on like people in relationship, the ratios, right? So like the stats read like 85% of women in relationship cheat. And I was like, I can see it. And then
Mm,
I went down the rabbit hole some more, and like 75% of women who are married to women end up in divorce due to infidelity. I said, I can definitely see that, particularly these days, the way the way that moves.
yeah. That's what
So
Joseph was just talking about. Our values are
I'm
going.
like, and so now it goes down further, and I'm looking like 40 to 45% of the men on child support are not even the father of the children that they paying for. And then the numbers are higher for men and women when they need a medical procedure and you on the bed and the doctor say, yeah, we just need to get a match from everybody or who's willing. And the dad being a dad at the time,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do this. This is for my baby. And doctor come back in there with a stale face, asking everybody to leave. And then the mama gets bold. No, this is family. We got to be here for this. Oh well, shit. Yeah, you ain't the daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now the whole room shift. You know what I'm saying? The energy change, and you got to deal with a whole lot of emotions that's coming with that hit you simultaneously. They not coming one after another. They coming all at once, and it's impactful. You know what I'm saying? Because how many people went through them situations and had other people that was in their ear telling them or advising them, yo, do this. Don't say nothing. You got to be quiet. And then the domino effect, how big that is. So, to my brothers out there, man, we've come a lot more further than what we used to be. We are a little bit more sound spiritually, definitely emotionally intelligent, uh, supporting one another for mental health and advocating for certain things and even changing our behaviors and taking care of our health at a higher clip than probably ever before.
Facts.
But there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And one thing I know that we are doing is we're not truly gearing each other for the long haul. The days of, man, go get a job, work 30 years and then retire. That's a great plan. Don't get me wrong. But however, once you hit that 30-year mark and you say 30 years ago, I was shit. You know what I'm saying? But the long haul would teach you, nah, don't worry about that 30 years. You keep working the plan and be consistent behind that because that finish line will come when it comes. We don't really gear each other for the long haul. We really do prepare each other for a lot of temporary stuff, and this is how a lot of us end up with situations with people that we know we shouldn't be in because shit, your people is looking at like, man, you better hit that now because she gonna get out, she gonna be fat when she go this and that and the third.
Yeah.
When we went to school, yeah, hit that man before that freshman 15 jump on her. You
See,
feel like
that's it.
like
That's
you
the
was
mess up part.
right. You
That's the
know what I'm
mess up
saying?
part.
But if we instill the long haul in each other, like, man, listen, find out if she cool, and take the time to and be in that woman's life and be with her. Find out what type of help she could be to you and what type of help you could be to her. But we ain't gearing each other this way, and this is how we end up with these situations, and this is how we got so many women who are advocating women go ahead and try to get child support instead of working the situation out with the man and saying, listen, let's keep the state out of our business. Let's go over here to this insurance company, find a feasible plan that we can cover our child with medical and dental, and then we'll kick back money into a little account, particularly for him, that where or her, and cover activities, cover clothes, and cover anything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real with you. If two consenting adults can make a child, they should be able to have a formidable understanding of having a plan of what it's like. And reason why you can't have that plan because you want to have your emotions trump everything. And that's still an ideal. That's not the fact. The fact is that child is here and is going to need things and you going to the state. And like my brother just told you, they got these accounts, they hold it,
Yep.
they get the interest, which you don't understand what compound interest really does.
You make some real
And
money.
they're popping that man or woman's check every paycheck.
Yeah.
And you're getting that money once a month.
Yep. And they said they pay the judge's retirement off that child support too.
Bro.
It goes into their retirement fund. So it's crazy. But
That is
you
crazy.
said working together with someone who doesn't want to work with you is hard. And exactly, but that's with anything, right? We all had co-workers that we didn't like. We all had people that we had to work together. Some people don't like their mom or dad, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, you had to deal with those type of people. So you got to find a way to soften that blow, that you probably giving out, because a lot of times a lot of people like to think they're angels when they're handling situations when they're not. You know what I mean? So you might need to look at yourselves to making sure you're doing the right things, and then talk to that person like, hey, I know I might have did some things to you. I want to start turn over a new leaf. Let's change it, change this up. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we all go through it and stuff, but you know what I mean?
And particularly in this day and age, I would even encourage either man or woman,
Yeah.
because it's not a situation where neither one can do. Come to the table and say, listen, turn on your recorder. I'm gonna turn on my recorder, and we just gonna have a discussion. We're gonna be as civil as possible. Make an agreement to, if it gets to a point where your emotions is too high, we walk away. If mine get too high, we walk away.
Yeah.
Like somebody has to say something, because like bro said, you got this child, you attached for life. And then if it get to a point where you've made so many attempts and the person is not responding, well, throw your hands up to it. But one thing about it is you make the necessary attempt. It don't have to be a certain amount of time, like just enough necessary to where you get to a point where you're not playing anybody's game, because you still have to fend and be secure about yourself in another way and go live your life. You know what I mean? And don't let nobody live in your head rent free.
Yeah.
At
And
all.
another thing that we gotta look at also. A lot of us may not like it, but we gotta start doing our own research when it comes to psychology. Understanding that a lot of people out here have a lot of issues going on stemming from their childhood and
Yeah.
whatnot. And if you're not paying attention to what type of person you have because you didn't do the research, you not paying attention to red flags, you got somebody who has multiple personalities, they got dark triad traits, they got narcissism on top of that, and they're a psychopath. Not saying that they're gonna kill you, but they have psychopathic personalities,
Yeah.
and they flip when the mood suits them right or whatever. That's men and women.
Right.
You got to know who you dealing with, and a lot of times we don't know who we dealing with, and we get that psychopathic person with the dark triad traits and narcissism, and then we make a child with that person. And then you wondering why you can't sit down with this person and have a logical, rational adult conversation because they're still stuck in their childhood.
You know what, bro? You hit on a really strong part. What I would add to that is also have that discussion with yourself. Because
Oh
what
yeah.
happens in rehearsal, when you rehearse, I found this to be something so true. When you rehearse something, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? What you do in practice, you will do in the game.
Yeah.
What you do in rehearsal, you go do on the stage. Have that discussion with yourself a lot of the times, because you will be prepped in certain situations. And then on top of that too, come to the table completely thoroughly honest with yourself, to where if you're hit with the truth that you haven't openly faced about yourself and they hit you with it, that sting won't be as powerful. You can agree and say, you know what, you're absolutely right, and I do need to be better about that, and I will be better about that. But the thing, like bro was saying, some of us like to come to the table and think, oh yeah, I know I didn't do anything, I didn't say anything. But like I say, if you had that recorder there and you put it on national TV, how many bleeps we gonna hear in the first 3 seconds of the discussion?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it comes to that point. You know, again, also when we courting these people, court yourself. Spend time with yourself, man. It is important to have that knowledge and that research of self. You know what I'm saying? And that way you can quit coming to the table looking for people to handle daunting tasks that's solely your responsibility.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's a powerful conversation, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving, man. Good points, guys.
Here's a little life hack on that child support that a lot of you guys be worried about. It might help you with a little less more stress in your life. Go to court, see what you have to pay on child support. Take it to your employer and have them start taking out your check. Once they start taking out your check, adjust to the money that you got coming after child support. Learn how to live off that money that you got coming out the child support. That way, when they take it out, their check, you won't never see it. You adjust it to the money that you're already getting, and don't worry about what the baby mama's doing with the money, man. Cause crying and worrying ain't gonna change a fucking thing. She gonna do what she want to do with that money. That money no longer yours, and that's all I can say, man. 100. Good luck.
I want to eat that. I want to eat that old nigga up so bad.
I got one question
What,
for
bro?
y'all.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
How many of y'all know that if you marry, you could be put on child support?
What?
Yeah, my dad ended up being on child support, and they've been married over 30 years. But the money came back to the house. Shit was weird.
Right.
What?
I had a cousin,
It
bro.
happens.
I had a cousin who I'm hanging with him and his lady, and he like talk to her like, yeah, I mean, I'm paying his child support, and I'm like, who you paying child support to? Because I don't know nobody else around here who got your kid.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's my money. I was like, wait, what? I was like, what? I was like, bro, I instantly started laughing like I'm in disbelief. Like, this is a joke. Y'all lying. Y'all playing this game. Like, no, they still together to this day, but it's like, yo, what?
Yeah, it's facts. That's why when you lay down with somebody, you need to know who you laying down with. You need to have that conversation. If you're gonna get married to this person, you need to have that conversation. Matter of fact, I'll say drop a contract. Go back to the way our great grandparents did. Get that Bible. You both sign your name in it. Drop your little contract. You go to the preacher. Everybody sign it. Call it a day.
Yo,
Keep third parties out. Keep
Hey,
third parties out.
you got a point. You don't buy a car without insurance, do you?
Nope.
That's basically what that is. It's a prenup is because a lot of guys and a lot of women, well, women clearly understand it's a business, but a lot of guys don't understand there's no love in that courtroom, bro. That shit don't matter. It's all about facts, numbers, and if you have children, stuff like that, and what is in the best interest when it comes to the woman. The man, they don't care about that. They expect us to figure it out like we always do, but when it comes to certain situations, you definitely should be having that conversation early. What most of the women I've dealt with over the years, I'm gonna say 99%, especially the ones I know I'm gonna take serious, we sat down and I had a conversation with them about this or about, hey, what happens if we get pregnant and we don't want to be together no more and I want to move on. All of these scenarios will tell you your future wife or whoever, her thinking patterns, how she feels about things, all of that. These are things that niggas need to know that they don't ask. A lot of the answers that they're going to give you will tell you a lot about what you needed to know in the first place, where you can avoid problems.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
I
what
say,
you wanted to eat up old boy about, bro?
man, when he talking about her money is hers and your money is no longer yours, I get that part. He said a lot of good points. But then he was like, man, just suck it up and he could have just said how to manage your money properly. I don't like the way he worded it. He didn't really say nothing bad. It's just, he reminded me of one of them old head niggas. I look at niggas, you either gonna be in the old head category or you're gonna be in the OG category where you get your flowers later on in life. Because a lot of these niggas, the way they teaching these kids and the youngins and the youth to think, they don't get flowers from me. I look at them, I be like, hey, move around. If I ever tell a nigga to move around, you got about 30 seconds, bro, and I'm not gonna ask you again. And a lot of these old niggas are starting to get it because that dad strength is a real thing. But a lot of us, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm just gonna blow your dumb ass. Move around. You just over here talking stupid, and you over here spreading to the youth. I'll give you a better one. I seen old guy, yelling at his wife. In her face, body about to do this. I just lost a good amount of money at the casino. This is one of my losing days. Thank God I had more winning than losing, but whatever. And I'm walking past, I'm already not in the mood. So I kind of stand there for a second and he's still going. It's 3 minutes later. You still yelling. I said, look, bro, do that shit in private. shit and get off the pot. You say you gonna put your hands on her, nigga, then do it. I don't want to keep hearing you yell, nigga. You getting on my nerves, nigga. You want to fight? You got a problem, nigga? Fight me. Now you quiet. Take that shit home. What's the name say that played Ike Turner? He said in that one movie, he said, take your drunk ass home. Yeah. That's the way I be looking at certain situations. These old head niggas run their mouth a lot when they could have back then taught the youth and actually mentored a lot of younger men like I do, and actually tell them the right way and show them the right way. He remind me of that nigga that said, oh, I used to have that Benz. I used to have that back in the day. Nigga, what you got now?
Yeah. Nah, bro, but I remember having these conversations with like the older generation. I was talking to an older lady about this, and I was telling her how we don't respect, like a lot of men in my age groups, like 20s and 30s and stuff. We don't respect the men in their 50s and 60s because we look at them as weak because how they let the system put us in this situation. So it's hard for a lot of the younger people to look up to them because of, you know, I mean, what they allowed to happen. You know,
exactly.
all of it wasn't their fault, right? But they never put their foot down, and it created put that woman first type of, you know what I mean, music and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? But she was coming home late from work. You already know she cheating. Why the hell you gonna start putting her first and she cheating on you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the relationship is over, you know. But it's a lot of that, you know what I mean, that made us be like, look at them like another type of way. So
yeah, we saw what happened to Jaheim, right?
Yeah.
This is what happens when you put that woman first, nigga. His weird ass. I ain't forgot.
That's why he went plant-based.
Right. Vegan.
I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. Hey.
You see the way that nigga eats sandwiches? He always been a weirdo.
Oh.
Man.
I'm posting that video today too. I'm gonna go find that, bro. That nigga tore that damn sandwich up. You ain't have to take that big ass bite. Fuck wrong with you?
Yeah, bro. Right. No, what bro was saying though in that video, like you say, I'm like when the money is gone, ain't no need to stress about that. Like it is done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you more than likely may get the call with somebody like that's gonna misappropriate the funds.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you gotta understand you got power in your options. You see that number, you know more than likely what it's about. You either answer it or you don't. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They gonna send you that long text message. You either read it or you don't. Yep. You know what I mean? So pick your battles wisely. You know what I'm saying? Peace over everything.
Yep. That's why, man.
I'll take it one step further. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna be in a relationship, have children with somebody out of wedlock, automatically before that child get there, open up that account and start you an IUL in that kid's name and put that money in there. So when they do come around talking about, oh, you owe back child support, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Run it right off the top of that insurance policy. Whoop, there you go. $10,000. Oh, you need another $1,200? There you go. It's in the child's name. Now they can't say nothing. It's coming from that account right there. Be smart about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, we gotta be prepared, man, because you know, I mean, this not going nowhere right now. So we'll see maybe in the future, but it's here for now. So, hey, man, it is what it is.
The minute you get laid off, fired, lost your job somehow, not quit, that doesn't count. But if you get laid off, terminated, for God's sakes, before you do anything, go down to the courthouse and file paperwork to have your child support modified. Like, I cannot tell you how many guys I have had over the last 23 years that have come in with like 20, 50, 100, $200,000 behind in child support because they thought they were going to get a job soon and they didn't. And they thought that they had talked to child support and they were going to lower it. No, you have to get a court order. It is the first thing you have to do when you get laid off or terminated. Immediately.
Wow.
Damn. 10, 20,000? I can't do it. I had talked about this earlier. But anybody else got anything to say about this?
No, that's some solid information, bro. Because that's a strike. That's a counter strike right there. That's a good move right there. Particularly because if you are working, one, let's get this straight. There isn't enough credit for the working man. You know what I mean? It reminds me of that meme where the man is working at McDonald's and the woman's working at McDonald's. With the man though, he a peon, he a bum, but she's working at McDonald's. She's a queen. She's independent and she's strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no respect for the working man. And a working man is a trying man and a doing man simultaneously. He's trying to get to the next level, but he's doing the work that he has before him right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, he ain't got the time to get the information. let's get that straight. He ain't got time to get the information, but that's a good move right there. Because I can assure you, 90+%, hell, 95+% men didn't know that when a situation like that occurred, that they could run down to the courtroom and say, "Look, I've been fired. I've been laid off. I need to get this rectified."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Protect yourself.
I'll never put my baby father on child support because I have to deal with this man for eternity, okay? It's not just 18 years. Like, life doesn't just stop at that. No.
Right.
Until I'm gone, he's gone, or the baby's gone, we have to communicate because I believe in family. So until one of those things happen, that man needs to be your friend. Now, I'm not saying you got to sleep with him or you still got to be with him or you got to follow his direction. No, but it pays to build a friendship with that man. And you can't build a friendship when you get the courts involved to put him on child support to make these small ass payments because you're low key living off the payments. And some women aren't. They really support the child with the payments. But for the ones that don't, they collect the child support to be spiteful and to, try to help maintain their life. I'm not built for that. Okay. I would rather just work a little bit harder and deal with the headache of having to work a little bit harder or go a little bit harder than to put my baby daddy on child support. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting my baby father on child support. We need to be friends. And if you don't want to be here, if you don't want to be present, I'm not going to force you to be present. You don't want to be here? Well, shit, I don't either. Okay.
Sorry, dang. I wish he could have worked that relationship out, man.
Listen, if that brother got out the picture, I assure you, baby, I'm home. I'm home. Open up. I'm home.
Stop it. Cut it out right now. I get where y'all going. She cold, but stop it.
No. Not even on the looks. That's a common sense woman.
Man, come on now. So you ready?
That's a common sense woman.
You ready? Hey,
go ahead, bro.
that's the look. For every woman that we look at, because I understand where you're coming from. I already know. I can tell by the reaction we all gave. For a man that is looking at a woman that he wants so bad, there's a nigga outside tired of fucking her. There is a reason behind that why she's alone. It may sound like common sense and all of that. Man, boy, ain't nobody stupid. I already know she giving niggas hell. Ain't nobody dumb. She could have cheated or anything. Just let's not play blind. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying that. We know there's room for flaw. I mean, hell, she human. let's start that she got a heartbeat. Right.
Now look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just looking at her, if a nigga say he not going up in there wrong, not pulling out, he lying.
Shit.
Hendrix hell on him, boy.
That's how you gonna be going home.
But he's telling the truth though. I mean, she was saying everything that you want to hear, but the question is, why are you not with this man?
Yeah, because she said she all about family.
Yeah, if you're all about family,
she said if they were apart. I thought she said
if she's so cold, why did he leave? Matter of fact, hey James, you mind playing it again?
Yeah. Because I think she said if they were apart.
I gotta make. I want to see
November.
this again anyway. Let me see this.
There are a lot of you guys. That money no longer.
That doesn't count. 50, 100. Thought that they had talked child support.
I like because I have to deal with this man.
Here we go.
I'll never put my baby father on child support because I have to deal with this man for eternity. Okay, it's not just 18 years. Like, life doesn't just stop at that. No, until I'm gone, he's gone, or the baby's gone, we have to communicate because I believe in family. So until one of those things happen, that man needs to be your friend. Now, I'm not saying you got to sleep with him or you still got to be with him or you got to follow his direction. No, but it pays to build a friendship with that man. And you can't build a friendship when you get the courts involved to put him on child support to make these small ass payments because you're low key living off the payments. And some women aren't. They really support the child with the payments. But for the ones that don't, they collect the child support to be spiteful and to, try to help maintain their life. I'm not built for that. Okay. I would rather just work a little bit harder and deal with the headache of having to work a little bit harder or go a little bit harder than to put my baby daddy on child support. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting my baby father on child support. We need to be friends. And if you don't want to be here, if you don't want to be present, I'm not going to force you to be present. You don't want to be here? Well, shit, I don't either.
All right, I think I got it. So I had to listen to it again. Nigga, she called and everything, but she look annoying. I just see me coming home and she start nagging. The minute she start that, I'm out. Enjoy yourself. She seemed like she could be a little controlling. And I'm just talking from a hypothetical standpoint, like how women do black men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. She seems like she could be mad annoying. So I'm just like, all right. But from a look standpoint, she's nice. Right. But at the same time, those be the ones that can get on demon time, or the ones that's super insecure, that don't want you going out with your homeboys, that don't want you doing anything. You can't do shit. You on lockdown. Oh, come home late if you want to. You're going to be me with a fist at the front door. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, but what a lot of women are starting to notice, and what I'm starting to see, is that they know what the right things to say, right, to get the type of men that they want. So she understands that she made a mistake, right? So in order to counter that mistake she made, she got to make sure she's saying the right thing. She got to humble herself, and she got to make sure she looks the part. So she has to look the part down, but she has that kid. So she has to do something extra so she can, so the next man that's coming, because since the first relationship didn't work out, she got to make sure that the next guy that come don't want, oh, you got a kid, I can't deal with you, right? You're going to try to put me on child support, you're going to try to do things like this. So the next guy going to come in like, no, I ain't got to worry about that because we good on that aspect. And then now she's gonna can get him to do what she wants to do, right? And have have him take care of the kid. So it's a lot of women that can get it done, man. They just gotta say the right things. So it's crazy.
Hey, what was the mistake you said she made?
Not getting married, having that kid.
See, we caught different things. That I didn't even pay attention to that part. I'm listening to like certain key things. Like my man heard it too. She was like, "Yeah, my baby father. That's not her nigga. He ain't there no more." But she did let him know we gonna communicate regardless, and I'm not gonna throw you on child support. But this could be her. He may not want to communicate with her at all, and may just want his kid. I've seen a lot of those situations, but she's like, "All right, you don't do this, I'm gonna put you on child support. You don't do this, I'm gonna put you. Or if you do these things, I won't put you on child support." Yeah. She said it's not an option, so I do love her for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't put nothing past nobody, because you truly don't know somebody until you see him happy, angry, sad, or resentful for something that they regret doing. That's when you really learn who you're dealing with for real, when they're put in certain situations where they're going to show you their character.
Right. Yeah, man. And a lot of brothers too got to watch out for this, like, because a lot of the cute girls, a lot of them have never been told no. Right, so you're gonna get with them, and you're gonna be like, nah, guys don't do that. We don't. And she'll be like, yes, they do. I remember my ex, and you're gonna have to tell them like, no, they was lying to you, baby. I care about you enough to tell you the truth. They were just telling you that to get into your pants. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these, and this is what dealing with the cute girls, this was something you have to deal with, right? And you know what I mean? And just, you know what I mean, they'll help them out and they'll become a better woman if they listen, but some of them don't. They just go to the next guy and hopefully that guy lied to them again too. So
It's funny you say that, bro. I just had a situation again with another homegirl who's from South Carolina, was gonna tell me, a man, how men portray themselves. And I said, "Oh, is that right? Please enlighten me." I could have sworn since the day I got here, I was on Team Twig and Berries, and you was on Team Split. I could have sworn that was the situation, but please enlighten me. Tell me, how do we operate?
yeah, facts.
Because I can assure you, the information that you want to get from a man, I can get from effortless because we already on the same team. Even if we don't, even if we don't like each other, I'm still gonna get the information you want.
Yep.
You can't. It's not gonna be given to you. And I said the same thing for men and women. Women talk to women freely.
Yeah.
It's just a coast. It just comes out. But again, you know.
But you gotta understand. You gotta understand that most women don't understand the difference between you trying to befriend them versus you trying to sleep with them. So they're not gonna get it.
Facts.
They're not gonna get it until they get hurt, and then they decide to turn around and do what you did to them to the next guy.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, bro, because there's a lot of truth in that. And being blunt and being honest with women love that anyway, but a lot of guys don't have the confidence to tell a woman how he feels and how he views her and what he's not going to put up with. They don't allow women to see the leadership in them because most guys don't have it in them. They just don't. But that's, to be honest, if guys want women to act right, that's something that they just gonna have to start doing. They're gonna have to. A lot of these guys don't have a backbone. They ain't got no pride. They ain't got nothing. Niggas just out here getting ran over. And that's why I said, man, Russell Wilson is a sucker. Yeah, he got all that money.
I could have told you that.
You brought it back full circle.
Yeah, I had to, man. I'm just like, I'm tired of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, just.
And my woman speaking woman needs right now. That what she said. She also said she may not like his plan. That means she probably broke up with him for that. So she probably didn't like the guy's plan. I ain't must catch that. See, she's speaking woman needs right now. So,
so most women don't. If you walk in with a plan, how you gonna run everything? They looking at you like you crazy. Like, hold on, wait, where you coming from? I'm like,
yeah,
You're a control freak.
Yeah, automatic. I did that. Came in, set up the whole plan. Said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. By this time we'll be here. Had we followed the plan, she'd have been set with her $300,000 vehicle, 5-bedroom house, up on the hill somewhere. But because you don't want to follow the plan, now you still in the same spot where you at, sitting in the same thing.
You know what the problem with
and here's the thing about.
Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say here's the thing about leadership. It ain't so much that women don't want leadership; they want leaders. But the thing is, they want leadership only when it benefits them. They want them. They want to follow a man's lead, but only when they need something from said man. You know, she want to be able to tell. She want him to lead, but at the same time, she not gonna follow him. She expects him to just abide by her status and her program. Yet she ain't got to do nothing for him in return. So they want the leadership, but only when it benefits them. That's the problem.
You know, it really is a particular special type of person when you break down a plan, because a plan explains the process, and a lot of people aren't mentally geared for the long haul of that work. It's no, James, I want to meet you and I want to be in that 5-bedroom, 10,000 square foot house with that pool, that saltwater pool in the back. And I want the moat. I want the moat around the house
Yeah.
Right.
Already when you come, the only plan I got is to show up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and that in some cases, yeah, it's fitting, but there's a quality of that person that allowed that person to bring them into that world. And most times it's gonna be like, yeah, what process you about? And they ain't hearing that process. All right, well, here come Plan B. Get this baby and put you on child support.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably
It's like that whole what do you bring to the table? And they say I am the table. I'm like, I thought the table was the meeting place.
yeah. And then when you compare them to a car, they get mad because you compare them to a vehicle. Oh, so you think I'm a vehicle? Because you know how like they make the argument about you don't want a used vehicle with a lot of miles on it, and then they say I'm not a car. Why you comparing me to a car? But they're comparing themselves to a table. So it's
I am the table.
Clip that. Clip that. Hey, Lady D, make sure he clipped that. That was a bar.
Yo, it's crazy, man.
But I mean,
man, I remember
it's
like hearing like other people's relationships, right? I remember this one guy was telling me he was married to this lady, and she, what I mean, they was arguing and stuff like that, the little basic stuff. And then she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave you," and he was like, "Oh, what you gonna do? Where you going?" And then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna because she wasn't working. She was like, oh, he was paying all the bills and everything. I'm gonna get on child support and I'm gonna get on welfare. That's what I'm gonna do because she was about to take the kid and get on welfare and child support because they was arguing. No abuse or nothing. So man, it's important. Like Black was talking about earlier, man. Like the vet process to pick the woman is right, man. And I'm glad like a lot of you brothers, like especially on this panel, you know what I'm saying. Y'all ain't even got no kids. Like most of y'all ain't got kids and shit. Like
Ah,
and
shit, I got a whole wife in there with she in there with the kids. They in there
I'm talking about
talking.
like the single guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You single brothers, listen, man. I'm rooting for you. Run to the end.
yeah.
I still ain't
Y'all
got no
wild as
kids.
listen,
hell.
listen, James. I don't know, bro. I think we on the same page. But when I look at people and that are dating, I'm like, God damn, I'm glad I'm married.
Yeah, facts.
Whoo,
I said
shit.
the same thing,
Hey,
man.
I'm glad the topic today was on child support because the videos I seen, like with the woman that told the guy's wife was out cheating, and she told the guy to pull down the street because she didn't want to let him know where she lived and all of that. And she basically clouded in the back seat raw. Nigga didn't pull out or nothing, and she came home and he was standing at the door. She thought she got caught, and he was like, "Hey, babe, I hope you had a good night." And I look at situations like that's tough. That ain't even the worst one. Like the one came home to her dude, and she just got cream pie by one of her
Oh,
exes,
I seen that one.
and he ate it out
Yo,
of her. I was
yeah.
like, dog, you got. I understand when people like that get taken out of this earth.
Yeah,
Like, dog, you need to get up out of here because
yeah.
you
Yeah, for
asking
that.
for. You are
And then,
out your goddamn mind.
and then on the
I don't.
panel, she's on the podcast talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's
know.
stuff that's stuff you
I
don't
know.
say.
Old boy is. She was still in a relationship with him.
Yeah, she said she was gonna get in trouble. She said, I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
Oh, I got one better for you. I got one better for you. Someone told me that they knew of someone who was married, but at the same time having 15 other guys in a relationship while they were still married. So that's
What?
16 men.
What?
Allegedly. Times
In a,
3, 48.
How does
Hey,
that
I'm
that's
work?
like,
like that's light. You better go look at Joe Smith wife. Man, she just slept with hundreds of niggas. That's light.
but I'm talking about
Hey,
she in the same relationship,
in the same
married
relationship though.
with
She
50
was
and
with
having a
him too.
relationship with 15 other guys. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude.
that's normal.
I'm like, that's
So my
crazy.
my boy Troy, hey, if you hear this, bro, no, I'm sharing something. My boy Troy back home in Houston. He say, bro, you in town, let's go out. So we get the homies, we go out. Troy single. At this time, I ain't really trying to hear nothing from nobody. He meet this chick. Chick was bad. I was like, oh, he gave me the signal. I say, salute. Just hit me if you need me. He go to girl house, and if you know anything about Houston, if you catch a chick from the north side of town, partner, you might as well pack you a bag because that is a distance from the south side. Man, they do their business, and my boy's like, he get comfortable, putting his hands behind his head. Chick say, "What you doing?" He say, "Shoot, I'm getting ready to, sit here with you. We gonna watch a movie, chill, talk, catch up." She say, "No, you can't do that." He said, "What you talking about?" My husband on the way home, and the damn garage door came up while he was upstairs. He say, "Bro, I'm in a I'm in a 2-story house. I'm on the second floor, jumping out the window with my clothes in one hand and trying to put my drawers on and trying to land in the neighbor's yard and run around the corner to get in my car that's parked in front of their house."
What? The car was parked in
Bro,
front of the house too?
his car, because he thinking this is just a single woman.
She's reckless.
Yeah.
She set this
And
man
the
up for
husband
life.
didn't notice that?
Bro, I don't
I was
know
saying
what he noticed.
the husband didn't know
I
there was
don't.
another car in front of his house.
I'm pretty sure he saw the car, but in Houston, now you got so many damn people, here, and shit, this cars everywhere.
Yeah.
So it might have been a thing he saw and didn't think much of it, given especially like let's say he had a 10-12 hour shift. You know what I mean? We don't know if that man had that or he just in a position where he like just done with it. Like
Yeah.
he just don't care. So because I can assure you, he wasn't the first one.
Of course
Dang.
not. Of course not.
He wasn't the first one.
But see, the thing about it is that it goes back to actually knowing who you're dealing with from the jump. You gotta know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my boy jumped out the second window of a house.
That's crazy.
I'm just
Landed
glad he
in
didn't
their
break
neighbor's
nothing.
yard. Bro, you hear me? Like when you 20, hey, do your thing. When you a little, when you north of 28, it's like, hey, be gentle.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Man.
He's down.
But that's like she set him up for failure because, like, imagine if, because you don't know what that guy gonna come in. If you come in the house,
Right.
he
But
might think it's an intruder and pop him.
exactly.
Right.
And he has every right to.
Exactly.
Right.
And
And
then
then,
she
then on
can go
top of that,
along with the story.
she could easily flip the script.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Be like, yep, he broke in, and
I was
I
fearing
left
for
the
my
door
life.
unlocked, and he came in the door because they're gonna like, oh, I don't see no breaking entry. So, oh, I forgot to lock the door and blah blah blah. Yeah, man,
And she could
that's
say,
crazy.
she could easily said, I did this because I didn't want to die. And
Yeah,
Right.
but they automatically gonna believe her.
Right.
Yep. Or she could give the same story this one girl gave, talking about, he raped me. I've seen that a few
Right.
times. I'm like, what? Do anything to get out of getting caught.
Of course.
Damn.
Crazy. But it goes back. Stop dealing with low hanging fruit. These niggas out here hit anything. And guess what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna be to anything. That's your problem.
It go back to what KS said. No dick discipline.
Yeah, man.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We gotta get used to turning women down. Like, hey, you better than that. You know what I mean? Tell them like, yo, you ain't gotta be giving this up like that. You better than that. I ain't gonna give it to you. And in order for you to get a man like me, you gonna have to control yourself.
Earn it.
James, don't say we, goddammit. Say y'all gotta get used to. Y'all. Verbiage. No, I'm talking shit.
You can't speak for everybody. Some of us have the discipline, I know I do. You know how many bras I've turned down over the years? Shit.
Man, look, my body count, would be well in the thousands if I said yeah to everything. And yeah, I'd probably be dying and taking the pill every day if I didn't. Ain't worth it.
Facts.
But if you're gonna put like this, if you're gonna be out there giving it to everybody, start learning about your herbs. You can take some herbs that'll stop that stuff. You ain't gotta have no children.
Or get a vasectomy.
Nah, you ain't gotta worry about that. Just get them herbs.
Or go monk or go MGTOW. Pick one. Gotta do something. Yep.
Men going their own way.
Yep.
Or be a
MGTOW,
passport, bro.
MGTOW,
Them guys
MGTOW.
crazy as hell though. They be funny. I be watching them sometimes, just laughing. But man, it's come on. You gotta. It's you every time you go extreme. That's when you kind of going too far left. It's
Yeah,
good to stay in the
I don't
middle.
understand it. I love women, even if it's just sucking on the booty hole or whatever. I love it. That's just me. That was too much for the put. My bad, brother. Hey, do not clip that. Don't clip that one.
Hey,
Yo,
them girls must be around you right now. Them girls that you was at that counter must be around you.
Nah, man, ain't got nobody around.
hey
Hey,
man, they
that's
gonna
some.
see this.
Hey, that's some funny shit though. I couldn't. It's funny. I just talked to y'all because I thought about just keeping the audio on, but I ain't want to be on distraction. But the stuff that be happening, bro. If I was to sit here and tell y'all half the stories, y'all be like, "This nigga got to be lying."
Mm-mm.
Shit,
Nope.
crazy. But the people that know me and that see my page, even James, your wife probably seen some stuff on my page. One time, I compiled all the women I dealt with just in like 3 months, and niggas was like, "Nigga, goddamn." And it's like you don't want to chill. I'm like, that was the old me.
Yeah.
Very year and some change ago. I'm a changed man. I'm not a whore.
Anymore.
So anymore. But I'm not gonna lie, we do
Anymore.
still be having cravings and stuff. But just be
Right.
honest with women. When I
Yeah.
deal with women, they already know I'm lit. So it's like most of them just over the years, just to protect themselves, they just wanted a piece of me. So if
Mm-hmm.
they could get in my life somehow, they're willing to take whatever terms and conditions that I'm on.
And shout out
Exactly.
to the dudes
You,
that
you,
they can be straight up.
But
you
niggas
gotta be
gotta
And
strict with
niggas
niggas,
them.
that
but niggas gotta hit the gym. Niggas gotta make money, and niggas have to have charisma, leadership skills, and actually be confident when it comes to dealing with women. And you
mm-hmm.
can't just have one of the three. You need to have all of that shit.
Yeah. But that's what, man. That's why I'm kind of teaching my oldest son, man, kind of how to be more confident with women and stuff like. Because, and that this starts with at a young age, right? I'm building up, talking to him and stuff. Because I'll
Mm-hmm.
be asking like, "Hey, any girls like you or anything?" You like, "I ain't worried about that, Dad." I said, I got you, but you know what I'm saying. One day you are gonna be worrying about that, so you got to make sure you're able to talk. You know what I mean? If you can't talk to them, you're gonna be out here looking crazy. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
afraid to walk up to
Yeah.
them, say something.
Don't need the safety switch to
Or you're
go
gonna
off.
be over 30 with no you're gonna be over 40 with nobody of importance. No wife, no kids, none of that.
Yeah.
Dawg, you gonna be that 40-year-old virgin. Watch a 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
I didn't say all that now.
I'm
If
just
he
saying.
still
I'm just
getting in
saying.
with women despite not relationships, that ain't a problem.
Probably get
It
But
some
worked out good
sympathy.
for AC Green.
that was a different era.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
My
If
point.
Instagram was out, if
Yeah, back in
Instagram
the
was out with
day.
AC Green and Twitter was around with AC Green, that boy would have been a target.
Nah.
AC Green would have been a target.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the
Uh,
day we had what, MySpace and Black Planet. Simple times back then.
I
Nobody was clout
yeah,
chasing back
yeah,
then, but now all you do is clout
nah,
chase.
Shit,
yeah.
I was on Bebo too. I don't know, y'all know that.
I remember
I
Bebo.
heard of Bebo, never used it, but heard of it.
Yeah. But shit, man, we about to wrap it up, man. Appreciate y'all for being on the panel, man. We're gonna start doing this more often on the channel and stuff. So if you guys not free, man, just let us know. If y'all guys go live too, if y'all want us to join y'all, channel as well, man. Just let us know and stuff, and we'll try to squeeze and stuff in, whatever. But just let us know, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Great perspective, man. I had fun. I laughed. I enjoyed it. Y'all give y'all final thoughts if y'all want to about it. You go ahead first, D, says Black walking.
Man, all I would say to you, to the young brothers, to the young black male in particular, man, if you single, enjoy the time of being single. When I say that, it's not rummaging, running through women. It's really taking the time to indulge in your hobbies, uh, indulge in your craft, and indulge in learning about other opportunities that could be for you. There's a whole world out there to see. You know, make a plan to actually go somewhere outside of your neighborhood, your city, your state, your country. Go do something. Become a man of experiences that aren't common to the next man. Because the next man can say, "Oh, I hit Teresa," and then 15 other dudes in the barbershop, "I hit that too." You know what I mean? Become, be like, "Hey, I went to Cancun, had dinner, and then I decided that I wanted to go to Rome and shop." You know what I mean? Be that guy. You know, because I don't want you to be the common guy. I don't. I really don't, man. So take the time to care for yourself. Genuinely learn to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what mama did, daddy did, you know, nothing you can do about it. Face it, face that head on and deal with it. Be the uncommon man and get you some experiences in this world that could propel you to another level, because I can assure you that the woman that will enter into your life at that point won't be a common chick.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, bro. Hey, go ahead, hustler.
Yeah, great show as always. It's been a while, but I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. And as you know, I started doing my own panels recently. It's been 2 months since I started going, full force with my own panels. I mean, y'all saw my show from last night, so I'm gonna start taking this stuff a little bit more seriously compared to what I used to do. But tune in, you and or your wife can tune in if y'all want to, But as always, it's a great show. As far as child support being necessary, I'm gonna say it is necessary if used correctly. Because the women are out here just having kids just because they know they can get child support. That's a problem. We don't need men being put on child support just because. I mean, it's bad enough you got men out here that don't know how to be responsible with their penises, slanging it at everything, and now women feel like they can just take advantage of this irresponsible lack of discipline and collect child support. So the discipline needs to go on both parties, the man and the woman. And I don't know if y'all heard this or not, but I know I forget what state, but they got a law to where you need some sort of child support debit card just to pay for whatever the child needs. It's like a what they call the little food stamp card, the little food stamp card, but it has money for child support. You pay for
EBT.
whatever the child needs. Yep, that's the EBT. That's it. It's an EBT card with money for a child, and you can only use it for stuff for said child. You can't use it for rent. You can't use it for your condo. You can't use it to pay bills. Only for stuff that's going to benefit the child. So they already cracking down on women misusing child support. So that's a start right there. So
Damn.
they have to. So if it goes nationwide, I bet you women are going to think twice about being irresponsible with their cooches at the end of the day, and more men will stop being irresponsible with their things at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
So that might be a change. That's a change that definitely needs to happen. That's my final thoughts. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it,
Deuces!
bro. Hey, subscribe to everybody in the channels here too, please, guys. So go ahead, Black. I know you about to drive, so you go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, nah, I'm actually about to sit and chill for a minute, but I do got a lot of phone calls I gotta make. But yeah, no, great show as always, man. I appreciate y'all inviting the nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up just to stop through. So I know y'all like my opinions, you know. But I would say my advice to a lot of people, man, when it comes to this, is just choose correctly the first time and don't just go for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just settle for anything, and you can't do that nowadays. How y'all doing, man? So just be mindful of whoever you choose, and make sure you're not just leading them on. Be honest with them. Be honest with them. Get them a choice to, if they still gonna talk to you, let them continue. If they don't be upset about it.
Facts. Appreciate it, man.
Hey,
Always great perspective, bro. Go ahead, James.
Well, only thing I really gotta say is pay attention to relationships. There's books out there that you can read that will tell you exactly what's going on in your relationship before it even happens, how it happens, and everything. Read a book called His Needs, Her Needs, and it breaks down how your relationship falls apart instantly. It tells you exactly how a woman needs that intimate conversation with you, and it talks about how a man wants that recreational time with his woman. You like to play basketball, but she don't want to play. You go to the court. Next thing you know, you see a girl on the court, and then y'all become friends. The next thing you know, y'all playing ball together, and then one thing leads to another. Now you done cheated, and then the woman not getting the attention or the conversation that she needs, and next thing you know, she starts talking to a coworker at the job, and he's buying her lunch. Next thing you
Yep.
know, they in the copy room taking photos of her backside, all because you didn't want to talk to her. Pick up a book. These books are here for you to read, and then you can learn about it before it actually happens, before you get in it, and then you start seeing the signs. You ain't got to worry about the red flags no more.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Just pay
Always
attention.
good, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man, and coming here and showing y'all love and support, man. So we indebted to you guys, so appreciate that, man. So we owe y'all. So let us know what we can do. You know what I mean, to repay y'all. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you everybody in the chat. You know what I mean, for rocking with us too. So we'll
Gotcha.
see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, y'all have a good one.